welcome to GenrePlay. We're back with our champions group, and we are doing a early play test, one shot with a upcoming game called Unbound Realms from the creator of Star Wars 5e, and we have the creator with us, playing with us. So, welcome to the show, Stephen, and from Aspire Games, and Greg is going to be our GM. And take it away.
Alrighty. First up is the first character introduced is the narrator. That's me. This whole thing takes place in a quickly put together homebrew world, a Wild West Steampunk fusion. That movie, the Wild West with
Will Smith.
Will Smith, thank you. The guy who got slapped. That's kind of
he did the slapping.
The slapper.
Oh, that's right. He did the slap. Sorry, I had it backwards.
Slappy.
Yeah, I was thinking the third law of the So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and start with the narrator. Well, now, do I have a story for you? Why don't you sit down right there, kick your feet up, and yeah, just like that, yeah. Kick your feet up and take a listen. This is about an unlikely group of travelers causing all sorts of ruckus you may have been hearing about recently. Now, this story ends, well, some say it's a happy tale, some say it's a sad tale, some even say it's apocalyptic. But here's the truth. It started out in nothing more than a little small saloon named Last Call, which can still be found in the gritty mining outpost of Dusty Gulch. Our travelers gather around a small table, talking to a certain Marshal Jib Colton. No relation to the Colton below me. Now, Colton here is a man of the law, with his own sad story. But that's not today's story. The rest of the adventures around the table, well, they can speak for themselves now, can't they? Why don't we start with Pat? No, that's not. No. Sorry, I don't want to do you first. Because of reasons.
Are you sure?
Let's start with Daphne Bixbite while I pull up the image. And sorry, my Foundry's not working, so we're kind of making do without it, and I'm going to be pulling things up here and there.
This is a situation where we all know each other?
I would say you know who each other are.
Okay.
And are willing to work with each other.
Fair enough. That premise is a bit of a requirement. Daphne Bixbite is a well-dressed woman in this saloon. The type of has money personality that you may or may not see in Dusty Gulch, depending on the narrator. She has a briefcase next to her in the saloon that holds who knows what, and a fur stole over her shoulders that probably wasn't a tiger cub. Probably faux fur.
Yep. Absolutely. And then as we look around the table, let's see who comes next. We come to a short guy, and Steve, you can explain. Sure. I thought it was Timberland, but it's
Timberland. Timberland.
Yeah.
So Timberland is a halfling. He's about 3 feet tall like halflings. He is very stocky. Think like comic accurate Wolverine, but shorter. Super hairy. Like, this picture could not do it justice because he's almost quite like an ape. Wears a sleeveless vest over no shirt and a pair of pants that are torn off at the knees. Very like, hasn't showered in a few days, so just like kind of built up grunge. Wears a blue bowler cap that is dirty, but not as dirty as the rest of him. Not almost incongruous. Whole bunch of facial hair, and just kind of like very surly and just kind of keeps to himself. And he's holding a comically large stein that would be normal for an adult human, but for him it looks closer to this.
Daphne is as far from him across the table as she can be.
He definitely smells.
Right.
He definitely
Opposites.
smells like There's no question about it.
And to answer one of the questions you said, someone like Daphne could work in this town if they were looking for a certain type of business, especially around mining.
Oh, right. No, she's here for business for sure. But
Yeah.
often in the last call, yeah,
Yep.
he's here for
And
something.
then as we keep looking around, we come to I opened up the wrong one. Asher Dust. You want to explain Marks?
Yeah, Asher Dust. He's well dressed, elf gunslinger. Looks like James Marsden a little bit.
Thinking the same thing.
And he's got his two pistols, and he's well dressed. But if you look closely, you can tell that his clothes are reinforced. Whoa, not down there.
It's not my fault you pick medium armor after the fact.
Was my perspective, so that's where I'm looking. I'm under the buckle right here.
You could just say his jacket's Kevlar.
Yeah, his jacket's
Yeah.
Kevlar.
It's reinforced leather, Kevlar, whatever.
It's more like Brigadine, okay?
Yeah, so it's medium armor, partial armor under the rules. And he also has some concealed weapons on him, too, that if you look closely, you can see. But, he holds himself and he has great buttons. Amazing buttons.
I was looking for the concealed weapons.
Okay, if you do that much zooming in when we get to my character, we're gonna have problems.
Speaking of which, as we come looking around, or were you done? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, we come to a very different type of clientele.
Yeah, wait. He has nice buttons. That's my favorite. That's gonna be the.
I just want to say, views expressed on the show are not Kevin Crossing necessarily.
Nice buttons.
Yeah. Now we're gonna look at some very nice buttons as we look at Lucy, Pat's character.
How
there are
y'all
no
doing? Yeah. So Lucy is over next to Daphne. From time to time, she sprays a nice fine perfume to cover the odor of the males in this party. Yes, this is Daphne. She is really good with alchemical concoctions. Her trade is she's a companion by trade, but she hangs out with Daphne because Daphne has the money. And she has a way with getting what she wants from men.
I can't imagine why. Nice. And then lastly, but not leastly, we come to, let's see if I'm going to say it right, Alulicious Proof Frock. As Chaz, you want to explain your character holding his mighty book?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am a Aloysius Jeremiah Prufrock. And I'm the priest in these here parts, keeping the flock for an ancient deity. You need it? Well,
There we go.
And I know what you're
should
thinking.
have been a voice actor if you weren't.
His hand, his arm does not get tired holding that
Yeah.
Bible up all day long.
no,
You
I
pulled
have
down that
quite a
sleeve,
lot
it's
of
just
endurance.
ripped.
I'm actually not that handsome, but I didn't get this image from Greg until this morning, and I had no time to tell him what I thought I really looked like, because when he said describe your character, I thought he meant the character inside, what he is inside.
Oh, God.
Gotta love it.
It's not good at making ugly people. I'm sorry. I try. But yes. And then lastly, because I haven't showed it, you all are around a small table within this saloon. And there you find a marshal of this town of Dusty Gulch. He's looking at you with a serious tone. You can see him. He looks older. He's wearing worn clothes, not nicely pressed or anything. Clear markings of the marshal. interesting. He has a little leather thong of a bullet hanging from his as a necklace hanging down there, and he has what seems to be a really nasty gash, old wound that's healed across his neck. And he talks to you all with a serious tone about an agreement you've already agreed to, because otherwise we would not have a one-shot today. And
I disagree. I will not take this job.
and he
Sit down, Buttons.
it is a pretty crowded saloon, and there's background noise to kind of mask the talking as you go through it. Actually, I have a little sound thing there. And can you hear that actually?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And he says, "So, I've hired you because we're gonna make a delivery, but it's incognito, not like the usual type of delivery. This delivery is of a large shipment of aether. There's been bandits about recently. Too many shipments lost. And this time, we're not going to take the usual lawmen with us. You see, if we did that, well, it's believed we have a mole of some sort. And that mole, I'm not sure who they are, but I can't really trust that our traveling won't go unannounced. So we're going on a someone sharpening their knife in the background, don't mind that. We're going on a passenger train, but there will be a special compartment in the back. That one's gonna have all the aether with a colleague of mine, someone from the mining consortium, to travel with us. So when you're ready, if you got any questions, well, it is tomorrow morning when we'll be setting out. We're gonna make the final deliveries at New Horizon, which you all know, of course, is the capital city of Horizon, the planet you live on.
Yes, it's always so interesting why we decided to name our capital New, the planet that it sits on.
All I heard is him talk about a mole. I got something you could put on that mole, dry it right up, and make it fall right off.
It works.
Anyway, they call it. Actually, Daphne, roll a history if you have it. History exists in the system, right?
Lore?
Lore, that's right. Yeah, same as Star Wars 5e.
Ooh, 7.
Weird, they call it New Horizon.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions for me before we depart for the night and meet each other at the rendezvous at the train station?
Nope. How much was it for again? How much are we getting paid?
All of you will be receiving 1,000 silvers. If it's... Oh, sorry, he doesn't say that. He says, all of you will be receiving 200 silvers. However, if there is trouble, it'll turn into 1,000 silvers.
Well, let's hope there's trouble then.
I could use some
Let's
trouble.
hope not.
You could use a bath, darling.
Yeah, in blood.
You sound like the right type of people for this. He doesn't laugh, though. Well, if that's all, I trust, Alulicious, is it? I trust there won't be any issue if there has to be bloodshed or anything like that on this trip.
Oh my lord, I rightly don't know. I do the best I can. I just try to help keep the people together.
Lulu will be there to speak any last rites that are necessary.
Well, hopefully that won't be needed,
Oh.
but you can never be so sure. All right, then. Tomorrow morning, meet me at the train station. I'm sure y'all know where it is. I'll be waiting outside. Now, keep in mind, this is not to be spoken about outside of this company you see right here. There is a certain secrecy involved in this. So when we board the train, remember there are going to be other passengers. It is an actual passenger train that this cart is being tacked on to. So keep the details to yourself. But you don't seem the inquisitive type anyway, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Well, tomorrow then. And the man will stand up and walk out of the saloon. Do any of you need to do anything before you prepare, or should we just fast forward?
Yeah.
I am
You know,
going with
stuff.
Baruch. Go ahead, Colton.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, it wasn't you. Never mind. I don't know voices. I haven't heard your voice much, you know. All right then. We go back to the narrator and he says, and so the next day they all gathered around the train, a massive locomotive with a blue aether glow about the engine of it. Oh, this mighty invention of steampunk engineering. You can see the pipes coming out the front of it as they flow back into the back of the engine. You know, water isn't too common out here, and so it uses a closed-loop steam system. As you look at the train more, you can see it goes back into the many cots. I actually have an image here that I forgot that I can share. Because I don't have Foundry. Foundry never loaded. Isn't that great? Bit of an image that you can see as the train indeed does have a blue glow about it, especially coming from the engine room itself. The metal itself even has a bit of a blue tinge to it, making you think that it must have some special alloys within it as well. And you do see many cars going back, about 10 in total, behind it. Out front, you see the Marshal Colton. And you see another figure next to him.
That
let
Colton
me
is just so handsome, don't you think so, Lucy?
He's okay.
I don't know what it is about him.
The image of the person you see next to him is, I didn't download because it's in frickin' Foundry. So next to him, you see a dwarf, a stocky dwarf with a big beard. His eyes have a weird bluish glow to them. You see that one of his arms, you're not sure if it's completely mechanical or just augmented with like a giant mechanical glove. You're not actually sure. You see pockmarks and scars on his face. And he carries this like almost comically large utility box next to him, just holding it with his, you can see his arm is rippling with muscle as well. And as you approach Colton, he says, this here is the only other one that's going to be on this trip that knows about it. His name is... Grum Ironbeard. Grum, introduce yourself. He looks at Colton. He looks at all of you. And he just kind of goes and turns around and walks onto the train.
The Grum
He's never been one for words.
I
What's
like
that?
it.
Well, on to the train then. I got some stuff to show you. And he will take you on to this train. He takes you into one of the passenger cars as you approach.
while we were in the station and boarding and getting on, Daphne will keep an eye out for the faces of whoever else is going to be on the train. Just try and clock people, anyone else who appears sketchy, file it away.
Alrighty. Yeah, you do see some other people that you recognize. Anyone who's been in this town for a while. That's up to you if you want to be kind of an outworlder, or have business in the mining consortium. You would recognize some of these people. You notice that there is a small, plump, halfling woman with these rosy cheeks and wide smile, and she's looks like has like this box with her, and you recognize as Mayor Tilly Greenfoot, who's the mayor of the town, is on this train. You also see one other person who stands out is the obvious steward of the train. He's in a nice suit that is looks like they work with the mining consortium, who probably also owns the train, and who is really nicely tailored, hair pulled back, no beard, and will greet you at the door as you're coming in and saying, he has like this distinguished feel about him, and he says, "Very good, come on to the train. Yes, take your seat wherever you like. It is not a full train." The only other one, I would say, Daphne, you would recognize Elias Finch, a wiry middle-aged man with some sharp features, thin brown hair, and spectacles. They kind of sit crookedly on his nose. He usually wears very pristine clothes, though they seem a little wrinkly now, and you recognize him as being the owner of a jewelry establishment at Dusty Gulch. And you know that you've probably, if I remember your background a little bit, you've probably competed with him a bit.
Oh, she
of
definitely
him.
does that
Yeah.
up-down look, sees his clothes a little more frumpled than usual, takes satisfaction and moves on.
Roll an
She'll
insight
she'll
since you
do a
took
little
bit of a look.
she'll do a little Mr. Finch, how's business?
He'll look at you, kind of surprised, not sure why you're here, but then corrects himself, doesn't act like he doesn't care, and says, "Well, I got business in New Horizon. Yep, I'm making a business deal. New Horizon."
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Good luck.
Do an insight real quick, though.
Not the character to do this. 4. I'm bad at. Well, it's the dice. Never mind.
Is anyone trained in insight? If you are, you can do one too.
I have expertise in insight.
Then you can. I mean, priest. I guess it makes sense. But you'll probably roll one.
Okay, 14.
Oh, 14. You notice that, yeah, his clothes is a little wrinkled. You actually see some sweat stains on it, even though it's not particularly. He's not moving around. It's not hot enough just to get sweat ambiently per se. You see him fidgeting with his briefcase a little bit, and strangely, you notice that the briefcase is handcuffed to his arm. The handcuffs itself have like this blue tinge to it. It's very, very strange, almost like the engine a bit.
You say that the dwarf, his eyes were blue too, right?
They had a little bit of a blue glow.
Is it a similar kind of glow to the metal?
Ooh.
What would I like? I live in this world, so what I assume that this is all just like the steampunk tech. It's like the aura, kind of like
Yes.
Arcane or whatever.
Yes, so you know that aether is often used to make some
You say ether,
different
I say
alloys.
Motto.
Yeah. Aether glows blue. When it's using an alloy, it makes it blue tinged.
Gotcha.
Not sure why the dwarf's eyes are blue, or glowing blue. But the tinge of the engine, the glowing of the engine room, the blue and the little handcuffs he has on, all kind of make sense that they'd have a blue tinge if they're of high quality.
Gotcha.
As you move along, there's many other passengers, though nothing really stands out. You see a rugged human male with a scar across his cheek, looking kind of old. You see a graceful elf female with piercing green eyes. You see a stout dwarf male with a booming laugh in the background, but none of them really stand out.
So Asher is looking for weapons, and by weapons, especially hidden weapons. Whenever
Ooh.
people go in.
Roll a perception or investigation. I don't really care which. You could roll it both ways.
I'm better at perception. I got proficiency, and I also got a
Perception is harder, but you're just kind of standing back and taking a look without really going into detail with it.
But I get a boon. I get the perceive thing, so I get a boon to it. That's like a superior die, right? All right about that.
Did you say perceive was one of your tactics that you took? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So then you can roll a d4. You can roll your check and then decide if you want to roll the d4 afterwards.
Okay. Let's see.
Nice.
I wrote pretty good actually. So 18 plus perceive is so actually 17.
17. Looking around, you do find a assortment of some weapons. Most of them aren't necessarily hidden. It's not against the law to just have a rifle around your hip here. You notice that Elias Finch, the one who is sweating a bit, does indeed seem like he's packing, and it's in his suit pocket inside. You can tell. You can see the slight imprint of it. You're not sure exactly what it is, but you can tell he probably has a pistol in there. You don't really clock any other hidden weaponry.
Okay.
Colton will lead you into the back, the very last car, and you see back there's no more passengers here. It actually looks like a compartment where you could store your baggage and such, but once you move into it, you realize it's obviously been repurposed. He uses a key to unlock this lock on the door, and as you open up the door and move in, you see that there are racks where probably luggage could go, but in the center, you see this wooden, very well made, but wooden box of some sort. And on it, you can see that there are these interesting springs connected to the ground, holding it up. And Grom, the dwarf, is there next to it. He seems to be looking into the box. And as he opens the box a little bit, you see a blue glow come from within. And he says, he turns to all of you and says, I don't know if I can trust you, but in this box here, we got some unstable aether. Some of the most pure aether that can be found. Unstable as hell, but makes a lot of money. So whatever you do, any type of fighting, you better keep it away from this compartment, or bad things can happen. Not only do I not want to lose the shipment, the consortium doesn't want to lose their entire train.
Oh, right then.
I'm going to kind of like step back a little bit and just surreptitiously step behind Asher. Just like putting him between me and the box.
Is anyone trained in perception?
Yes.
I am. Yep.
If you are, you can roll.
10.
I got 12.
12.
I'm not gonna roll my boon.
I got 19.
Okay.
Right.
19.
I can only do that so many times, right? My superior die. The boon.
Yeah, I don't know how many you have offhands.
Probably 3, most likely.
Do you get him back
Alright.
on a short rest or a long rest?
Short rest.
Short rest.
Oh, well, in that case, I will add it then.
Confidence.
So add What did I say? It was 12, so 16 total.
You do
All
know
right.
that Chaz got a 19, right?
Oh no, I didn't hear that. Never mind.
Yeah,
Forget it. I failed my perception check to hear that.
Ulysses, you actually see that his utility bag is open, and within it you see what looks to be. You've seen grenades before, probably never used one, but you can see what is clearly probably a few grenades in there. You also
Oh my
see
stars
another
and
mechanical, another mechanical arm type device. Looks like you can slip your arm into it. And with a 19, that's probably. And you see one other thing against the wall is a this very steampunk looking set of containers of some sort. Look like they probably hold some type of fuel in them, as well as exhaust pipes. You're pretty sure that thing is some type of jetpack.
I don't see this, but I want to.
Well, Ulysses can share any information if he wants, but I would say Asher will also see all of that except the grenades.
And yeah, all of pretty much you could consider my observations, as having been shared with the group surreptitiously,
At the mention of the jetpack, I get excited, and at the mention of grenades, I get more excited.
But Grom turns to you and says, "Now, why don't you get out of my compartment unless you got business in here?"
Nope, no business. Well met.
Which train is this? Which
This is
on
the
the
very
train?
last compartment.
very
10.
last? All right.
Do you all leave?
What's the next train right next to the car right next to it? What's in that?
The next one next to it is an actual storage compartment for people's belongings if they have bigger things to store.
That's the one we
Going
walked
through
through,
there.
right?
Mm-hmm. You had to walk through it.
I can't
And-
resist. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish your.
No, you just see all sorts of mining gear, farming gear, basic bags, and leather pouches. That's not the word. Whatever the word is.
Satchel?
Satchels. Thank you. Things like that. And then once you go past that, you get into the passenger cars.
I can't resist the blue-eyed dwarf. I'm gonna see if I can't use my feminine wiles and get on his good side. So Lucy's gonna saunter over and be like, "Well, aren't you a cutie? Your eyes, they're so pretty." And she's gonna like brush up against him really seductively, and basically say, don't mind the little furry one. I'll keep him on a short leash."
Roll a what's the skill for that? You have your own skill, right? It's
So
like,
she's an artisan and she's a performer, and her performances are seduction.
okay, sure.
So 13 on the
to
die. She's expert. She has expertise in that. What does expertise give on top of the?
It's double peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Okay, so that is +7. So it's a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's pretty good. This guy is definitely not easy to get close to, and it could have backfired with a low roll. But he says, "Well, I don't need any." Well, first off, you notice that when you brush up against him, his immediate reaction is to get you off of him. But then he looks over at you, looks up at you because he's a dwarf, and you pretty sure you perceive he's flexing his arm a bit in your grip as he says, "I don't need any protection from that one, but it's nice having some women of renown and of special skills such as yours, and I can tell you're good at what you do.
Oh, sweetie, if you need some company later, you know where to find me.
Well, all right. He is going to reach down into his bag, and he moves his hand past the grenades and the mechanical arm, and he pulls out a sleek revolver that you can see. It in fact has a bluish tinge to it. It looks to be a 6-shooter. And he hands you this little bag of bullets that go with it. And he says, I expect this back after the mission's done, but I don't want a pretty thing like you to fall off the train or die to some bandit that might come up, so why don't you take this?
Well, ain't you a generous fella? She's gonna like caress his arm as she takes this revolver from him, and then she's gonna conceal it away beneath her skirt.
It is a revolver of accuracy. It is a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Sweet. I wish I was proficient with firearms.
I was looking through the bag. I was like, "There's nothing that you would use."
If it doesn't have a or a strength requirement, you are.
Stop it.
Yeah, let me. Is it straight up a revolver?
Yeah. It wouldn't have a strength requirement.
So is that a bonus to hit and damage?
Yeah.
It doesn't. No, it has no. It has no strength requirement. So yeah, you're good to go.
Does it do a d6?
I'll post it in chat.
Piercing, I imagine. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Whatever a normal gun would do. I have to go look it up.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Steve knows. I can just say
I've got
things
it all
and he'll
open
be
on
like,
my
here's
own.
the stuff. Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And that does not account for the +1.
And we'll make it, just to make it easy, we'll make it a 8-shooter, just so it matches.
Because it's magic cool.
Yeah. Any of the rest of you do anything? Otherwise, we'll...
Yeah, I'm still just kind of longingly staring at the box of blue bombs. In the jetpack, I'm like, I can't see because it's, probably about 3 feet high, but like the glow and like I just know, right?
Yeah.
Just know.
I want to scan the storage area, make sure there's nothing suspicious there, like a trap or somebody hidden or something.
Yeah, do an investigation as you walk through this.
You sure it's not perception? All right,
you could do a perception, but it'd be a much harder DC because then you're not actually taking time to look through things. You're just kind of walking by it and seeing what you see.
All right, I'll do investigation. Then.
Investigation's more handsy-onsies.
6.
Everything looks copacetic.
Daphne, as we exit the back carriage into where Asher's digging through stuff, will put her hand on Proof Rock's arm and say, Lulu, you said that Elias Finch looked nervous, and not the sort of nervous that involves me crushing him in business.
Who's the one who did the insight on him?
Aloysius did the insight. Asher noticed the
when
gun.
you said Lulu, I thought you were talking about Lucy.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Lucy.
That's why I said Proof Rock ahead of time, but it didn't quite connect enough.
Okay. Well, I
don't get that either.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on it. Okay. So, yeah, I mean,
yeah, you definitely got that he was. Yeah, go ahead.
Why, yes, I do believe that's what I detected from him.
And that briefcase, shackled to his wrist. Any idea what's in there?
Did I don't think I.
Nope. It with your roll, I would say that you notice that there is a complicated lock that your roll wasn't high enough to see more than that. It was some type of complicated turn dial lock.
What was the guy's name wearing the
Elias
with
Finch.
the briefcase? Elias. Okay.
Yeah, Elias.
Maybe we'll ask our companion to have a conversation with him over the course of the journey.
Oh, most definitely.
You're talking about me, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, our companion.
No, I think his character actually said that.
I'll talk to him.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, no, I was in character for that. Sorry.
That was Timberland. Okay.
That was him.
Oh, no. Sweetheart. Okay.
I'll talk to him.
Timberland, I got something for you. And like, she sprays a little perfume. Sweetheart. Yeah. Lift your arms a little.
There's my bath.
She holds a handkerchief to her nose. And then she saunters over to Asher. Asher, darling. That dwarf over there was nice enough to give me a little protection. I don't know if this is something you'd like to see or not, being that you're the kind who likes to wield them god awfully loud blasters around your hip. And she pulls out the revolver from under her skirt, and it's a real fancy magical revolver, which is +1.
Yeah. So I'll be
I
just
didn't
like,
say magical.
ooh, packing some heat under that skirt.
I don't have much use for toys like this. Like I said, they're awfully loud, make too much noise. Would you like to borrow it while we take this trip? Just make sure it gets back to that dwarf.
I might do. You wanted me to trade you for a bit and borrow this other pistol of mine?
Honey, you know
takes
I
out
can
like
take
this
whatever I want
well-oiled-
anytime I want.
All right. Let's switch.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And so you hand me one of your pistols? Okay.
Yeah. So you got something on you? I don't know. Maybe you already have weapons, but
So yeah, just add +1 to your attack and +1 to your damage.
all right, cool.
Everything else should just be like one of your regular pistols.
Yeah, I think it's the same otherwise.
Yep.
Nice. That'll be my primary pistol.
And with that, unless there's anything else you want to do, you hear the train start up as it starts moving down the tracks.
I want to hear
Speeding
the
up over
Timberland Elias interaction.
And they didn't say they were hiding it.
Oh, I was kidding about that. Oh no.
Oh, okay. No,
So as Timberland starts walking over towards Elias, I put my hand on Timberland's shoulder. I say, "Honey, aren't you needed over there?" And I point in another direction, and you just start walking that direction.
Yes. Yes, I am.
sorry, Steven, that's the DM in me going, make sure everyone gets their turn, make sure everyone gets their
No, I
scene.
feel you.
I mean, I don't know how that. I mean, if you want to role play a conversation with him, by all means.
No, I was.
When he
was
mentioned that, you
joking
immediately were like, "Nope,
character.
nope."
Yeah.
So
To be fair, he would still be the backup.
That's true.
It'd just be a different type of persuasion.
Right.
So we all should strategize here and decide how we're going to protect this car without drawing too much attention. What do y'all think?
There was only one way in and out. Is that correct? That we would have noticed, or was there like, could they get in the back too? Right, because this is the car at the end. So obviously, there's the entrance from the next to last.
Usually,
car.
the end cars do have an extra entrance on the back.
Okay.
But you notice this one didn't. It did, but it was completely
Like sealed off. or
reinforced over. Like it's basically
So it's
not. It
basically
doesn't have an
armored car
entrance.
that only has
It doesn't have an entrance on that side,
like kind of like a vault.
and there's no windows in there.
Are these carts connected like so that when you're standing by the doors are linked immediately, or is there like space that's outside?
There's definitely space between each one, about 3 feet.
So for the sake of argument, if we like stayed on inside of the cart we're in now, somebody could actually sneak behind us and get in there.
Sure.
By like going over or something like that, right?
And
That's
there's
what I want to
only-
make sure.
And there's only the dwarf
Yep.
in there right now, correct?
There is one dwarf in there.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go over to Daphne. Let's have a girl-on-girl conversation, dog.
Oh, yes, I love those.
How much do you think we could get for that car to Ether?
Oh, with my contact
The
broker.
roll a is that Nope. This might just be a straight up intelligence check, but I'll say you will have proficiency in it
Cool.
because of your background.
Natural 1. I need to start doing better.
Roll again.
14.
Okay. If it was normal aether, you think it would go for a few thousand gold. You know that gold is pretty rare. Most people deal in silver here, so that matches credits. And the this would go for about for a few thousand gold if it was normal aether. The fact that he said it's some refined something or other that's unstable, no idea.
Daphne, you know I jest, of course. We're here to protect the aether, not take it. But I was just curious what it would go for, and if maybe you would know someone we can possibly fancy it to.
You don't have to roll for that. You would definitely know.
Oh, excellent. Lucy, dear, of course. Who do you take me for? But right, we're jesting. Unsure if it's more trouble than it's worth, but it's definitely worth a lot.
Doesn't that just get y'all excited?
Very little does.
What all that money does, I know that.
Yes, I suppose.
Alrighty.
All right, so we're gonna talk to this the dude with the briefcase handcuffed to his arm.
Do it. To resolve the tactics conversation, I think since the dwarf sent us out and we're in the storage carriage, that's theoretically the only way that people could get from the rest of the train to the ether.
We're the cannon fodder.
Right. As long as are the doors on either side of the carriage, do they have windows or are they opaque?
The doors have windows, as well as the compartment you're in right now has windows, but they have these shades that are pulled down. Okay. But they still have windows, but there is only a door on the front and back of it, not on the sides. Each passenger cart, though, has a door on both sides.
Well, as long as someone who's actually tall enough to see out the window stands by it, I think we're good to stand guard in here.
Damn, the short joke shot fired, bro.
We're in a storage car, so I'm just like pointing at boxes, like box.
Well, we know that Aloysius, for his age, a great set of peepers, so maybe he should be the lookout.
That works for me.
Not that old.
I mean, didn't he say that he would like describe himself as an old, elderly like priest?
No.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, never mind.
No, I thought
I just said I wasn't that good looking. I was initially thinking more in terms of general looks. I was thinking more along of something Don Knotts-esque. You know,
really? Don Knotts.
Right.
You know, slim, weak chin, large nose, slicked back hair.
Right.
But I didn't have
So
time. I didn't want to go through all that with Greg this morning. So.
All right.
No, my official character age I put
Don
down as
Knotts.
37. So.
So in this world,
Rough 37.
is there magical teleportation? Do we have to worry about that kind of stuff?
That you know of.
Okay. Are there ninjas? We need to know this.
Are there ninjas?
Roll a lore.
Ninjas.
I got a 14.
It's a common tiefling name, but that's all.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I mean, I have no problem being on lookout. I'm just, trying to, set the record straight.
Sorry.
So
what I meant to say was Aloysius and his sexy ass and his great peepers could be the lookout.
I think we should have two people at a time, one facing each door, so we can see if somebody tries to sneak behind us, and then two people can entertain each other. But I think we should have two people watching at a time.
That's what you
And we should probably, keep an eye on the sides in case they ride up to us. No.
So you're going to set up basically in the storage compartment, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I figure like one person by each door, essentially, or in some way facing each other, so we can see out either side.
I mean,
and this is something I would actually know in character because I'm a mercenary. This is my shit.
True.
Do we think maybe not just using our windows as a vantage point and possibly
Getting
having
somebody on the
someone
roof.
be like a lookout, actual lookout, like out looking instead of inside looking out, but outside looking out?
I mean, I feel like that would be a good idea, but who wants to do that?
Yeah, I feel like that sucks. I feel like whoever has to do that, like every train movie I've ever seen, has prepared me to not do that.
Yeah.
Somebody with very little,
Low center of gravity.
Well, no, I was thinking more along the lines of, oh crap, I should know this. I'm drone pilot.
Easily stronger than all of you, so like
Yeah, whoever can
someone that-
hold on to the train.
Yeah, to hold on to the train. That sounds perfect.
Yes, somebody with low aerodynamic resistance. There it is. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
In other words, we're volunteering Timbaland to climb up on the train and be the lookout. But
Volunteering.
hey,
You do know. I will say you do know that the train is not so fast that you can't just stay on it. You don't have to roll for it. You'd only have to roll for it if it hit like a sharp turn, you got knocked, or something like that, right?
How long is this ride?
You think it. Yeah, you all would know that. From Dusty Gulch to New Haven, it takes a good 3 days.
So we'll have to do. We'll take turns.
Yeah. I think staying inside the cart is sufficient, especially if we open the windows enough that we can see, we can see the only entrance to the back cart, the bomb cart. We can see anybody coming in from the other side, 2 people at a time, so we can rotate. 3 people can be resting or doing whatever the hell they want.
Does the door that opens up to the back cart, does it have a window? Like if we look through our window, can we see through that window? No.
Nope. The guy has to use complete. You saw some. Let's say you saw some oil lamps in there. It's all artificial lighting in there.
so he's in there by himself, the dwarf.
Yep. And just
With
because
explosives.
I didn't say it earlier, so now he comes out and locks the door behind him. Is Colton the marshal?
Okay, Colton was in there, and now he comes.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would have heard you talk about stealing the aether. But
I mean,
yeah. he will come out and say,
can we pants that I would definitely take Daphne off in a corner, like where no one else can hear. I mean, this is pants.
Colton will
then
come
again,
out
how
and
long did you not? Were you not wearing? Who was it? Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't this group. I'm getting my groups mixed up. We had a session recently where someone forgot to put their pants on, and they were running around without their pants on for quite some time.
Correct.
I'm ducking it.
Yeah.
What was?
Hey,
It was Jeremy's.
That was Manny's game, right? No, I can't remember what that was now.
It was
It
the one
wasn't
that I
us.
did.
It was another game.
Yeah, with Jeremy. Yeah.
Oh, a Shadow Dark at my place. That's right. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, so at that point, Colton comes out and he says, well, I suppose everything's ready to go. Looks like you're setting up in here, as he sees you all kind of segmenting your your pairs off and stuff and talking about it. He says, I'm going to go get a drink. Takes a big sigh. Yes, Daphne, why am I pointing at you? Why are you
Oh, that was for the GM. Do I think that he's the mole?
What's that?
Do I think that he's the mole?
Who? Colton?
Yeah.
Do an insight.
5.
Yeah.
Great.
The correct answer is you don't see any tells or anything like that that would lead you to think that he's hiding something like that.
Perfect.
Does he really look thirsty, or is he lying?
He does look thirsty.
Well, Lucy's going into the next cart. You can follow her.
Right. And he'll head over to the next cart. I think that was Lucy's cue to go talk to Elias.
It was also a thirsty joke.
Oh.
I did get that. Yes.
Thank you.
How did I not get that? But delayed.
Nice.
Alrighty. Any more planning you want to do? Are you doing pairs, one on each side? It sounds like Alulicious and who else is with him?
Daphne will take the other
Daphne.
window so that she can watch Lucy's interaction.
Okay.
Somewhat.
And then Timberland is staying at one of the windows, or the windows looking out, or is he staying at one of the doors?
So are two of us going to stay in here, and the other three will just leave and meander? I assume we have like if it's 3 days, we
Okay.
have a cart in which to rest,
Sure.
or something like that. Or are we like
Okay.
living in the suitcase cart?
I think 2 people on watch, the other 3 wandering is fine
Yeah.
from a not knowing we're in a one-shot standpoint.
Did you say-
One of the cars does indeed have a sleeping type quarters. It's very a bit rough, but it's you go into one of these little quarters and they have like sets of bunks set up.
Gotcha. And it's like first come first serve. It's not like we didn't book a room or whatever.
No, you don't book a room. You do not. They've been known to book rooms, but there's not enough people on the train to worry about it.
Okay, so it's not a concern, right? So okay.
No.
So I'm
we
fine
can
to
take
stay with
shifts,
Daphne.
2 on, 3 off, and then we'll rotate.
Yep.
Okay.
So who's taking the first shift? Was it Daphne?
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Asher and Ulysses, the A's, the A team.
Sure. Yeah, the
Yep.
18.
I think
The
I'm
rest
gonna
of you
follow.
can-
I'm gonna follow Lucy. And is he in his own cart? Like, is he in a cart? I'm trying to think of like, is it a train that has like a hallway and then carts on the side for a little bit of privacy, or is it all just like each cart is basically one big open room?
Most cars, except for the quarters one, which kind of skews off and then has the quarters on one side. All the other cars are very much open, small little table set up. One of them looks to be an actual bar of some sort. Like they have like a nice bar that goes across it with some other stools and things set up. Most of them are just places to sit. And you know that not everyone's going to stay on till all the way to New Haven as well.
I'm just gonna follow Lucy and just like stay nearby and just like not really pay attention, just being nearby in case something happens.
With an earshot. Help me, Timberland, help me.
Like all these carts are small enough that
Yeah, you can keep track anywhere on one cart. You can see another person easily.
So could you please describe to me this the nervous fellow with the briefcase again?
Yeah, that was Elias, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a wiry middle-aged man with sharp features, thinning brown hair, and spectacles that sit crookedly on his nose. His once pristine vesture is now wrinkled, stained with sweat and dust, now that you've been told about that. And the blue alloy metal cuffs around his wrist that I mentioned before. The suitcase is actually metal, by the way. And he's other than that, he's sitting at a little U-shaped section of a seat section, and there's like a table in the middle, and he's sitting alone, holding his
So like a
briefcase
booth.
underneath the table,
Like you said, like I got a booth.
kind of like a booth,
myself.
an open booth.
Yeah, so Lucy's gonna saunter on over. Would you like some company, fella?
And no, that's okay, not right now, pretty lady. No, not right now. I'd like to be left alone. In fact.
Oh, is everything okay? Can I get you anything? Are you thirsty?
Everything's fine. No, thank you.
You seem to be nervous. I'm not too bad at calming a fella's nerves.
Yeah, roll something. Roll a. Wouldn't this be more? Can you remind me again? And for anyone watching, what the savvy skill is?
Savvy kind of boils down. So I said this wrong. We were talking about it before. Savvy really focuses on like common sense and like just understanding of an environment. So while insight is like very like focused on like emotions and like tics of a person,
Gotcha.
savvy is basically just being like aware of your surroundings in like a social setting.
Gotcha.
Would it be
Okay.
intelligence or
So no, this would or is
Savvy's
savvy?
charisma.
I imagine it might be
It's charisma.
wisdom or yeah. But yeah, I would say you could do performance. What's like the persuasion equivalent? Oh, persuasion. That's what it is.
Is this persuasion or performance? It's a 15 persuasion. It is
Probably persuasion in this case.
It's a 15 persuasion.
He sighs. He puts one arm over the other arm, and with this briefcase kind of hanging down beside him, and he says, "Fine, sit down if you like."
She'll sit down. So
He'll try to give you small talk like, "So what are you on the train for?"
If I may, not meaning to interrupt. And now I'm not on watch yet, so I'm sleeping now, or I'm just chilling.
You and Asher were on watch right now.
Okay. Is this gentleman and Lucy within 60 feet of me?
Probably not. Why? Do you have an idea for something?
Well, I was going to use one of my magic channels and do psionic magic and see if I could read his mind while she's talking to him, and see if I can.
If you had thought about that before, Lucy would. You know that what Lucy's going to do, so you can have someone else go on watch if you want. Someone else can. Okay, so Timberland will go on watch, and then you follow in the train. So
all I got to do is be within 60 feet of him.
Okay.
So I don't really even have to follow her, I don't think.
So I haven't looked at this particular spell. Is it like detect thoughts? I'm guessing.
Will saving throw against Aloysius's.
Yeah.
I'll say
Save.
DC, and then.
And would he know it happened or no?
There is no. This is not a spell, so there's no component to it that they would be aware of what happened. No.
And so he's got to he's got to beat a 12.
Okay. He rolled a 2, which equals 3 in total. And so how much does it actually give you? Just surface thoughts, emotions, or like complete thoughts?
Actively thinking, so it would be like whatever like is at the forefront of his mind, and then emotion.
Gotcha. In his mind, I guess he would say something to the effect of, at first when Lucy was talking to him, you heard, not now, not now, not now. And then when you sit down and you start talking to him, and he said his mind is saying, well, she is mighty pretty looking. But what do you ask him? What does Lucy ask him?
Oh. So she beat her to the punch and asked, "What are you doing on the train?"
Yeah, he asked you first, like, what are you doing on the train?
Oh, I'm just here as a chaperone for that lovely lady in the back. Have you met Daphne yet?
You hear clearly that bitch.
Oh my. You have such sharp.
Oh, sorry, that's what. Sorry, Aloysius hears that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
The thoughts.
Two conversations at once.
Yeah, gotcha,
sorry.
Gotcha.
Aloysius hears, oh, that bitch. What is she doing here? Doesn't make sense. And he tells you, yeah, I've seen her around.
Yeah,
she's stuck up, isn't she?
I mean, most people with money aren't they, hon?
Since you've been here for a while. Since you've been here a while, I'm going to give you a perception check.
Okay. Oh, nice. 17 on the die.
It has to beat 20.
Yeah, that's not going to beat 20.
I will give you my adaptive die to add a d4.
Oh, snap.
50-50.
I rolled a 1.
Nothing in this character is working.
That's what happens when you roll low.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Never mind.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening, but something's happening. No, she's a sweetheart. You just have to get to know her. You know, it just takes time to get to know someone. They kind of grow on you after a while. What did she do to upset you?
Again, Aloysius hears that bitch stole some clients. But what he says is, it doesn't matter. Forget it. Is something else you want? He still seems kind of.
I was just trying to keep you company. Can I get you a drink or I got these pills that'll make you nice and relaxed if you're interested. I make them myself. I use them myself, so you ain't nothing to worry about.
In the mind, Aulicious hears that's not going to help. And then he says to Lucy, "No, nothing like that. I gotta keep focused."
Oh, you have to stay focused. My, sounds like you're on serious business.
Yes, very serious.
Okay.
And you hear in his mind, he says, "Deadly."
Well, I hear that they have sleeping carts aboard. I don't know if you want to go take a nap. Maybe that would help you relax. I'm really good at washing feet. When was the last time you had a beautiful woman wash your feet?
In his mind, you hear, "God, I want that. I'm so tired." But he says, "No, thank you. I can't. Gotta stay alert."
This is where I decide how rogue I want to be with this character.
It's a one shot. Go bold.
Can we talk about the effects of paralyze?
Sure. What about it?
Incapacitated, you can't move or speak, but you're conscious.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
You fail all fort and reflex saves. Attacks are done with advantage. Oh,
He basically just goes stiff.
Yeah. No pun. No.
There's no way that pun was not intended.
Would he be considered, when paralyzed, a willing creature?
Not necessarily, no. He's gonna do an insight on you. Can you roll a performance?
Oh, shit.
It's just your ability. I mean, it should be deception, but for you, it's
The reason-
performance.
The reason,
just to, like,
the
keep
reason
your
I
cool
said shit is because the way I've been rolling this, I'm due for not a great one, but I actually rolled an 11 on the die, so that's an 18. That's the one thing she does well is perform, if you haven't noticed.
Well, that actually meets what he rolled as well. So let's just roll again.
Yay. What could go wrong?
Natural 20 for him, but what did you get?
I got rolled a 14 this time, so that's 21. Suck it.
No, he beat you. He got natural 20. He got 23.
Oh.
But in his head, you start hearing, "This isn't right. This isn't right. This, who does she really work for? Does she work for him?" But he says, "I kind of want to be left alone if you don't mind."
Okay, sweetie, I totally understand. If you change your mind, the offer still stands. And she'll saunter over to have a drink, assuming there's a place to make oneself a drink.
Sure, about a card over. We'll say it's the saloon, the bar. I mean,
all right. She's gonna make 2.
Okay. You can catch up with Aulicious too, and based on what he said earlier, I'm guessing you're going to say everything, tell everything.
Yeah.
Daphne would hear that too, because you'd be.
I come over with a cold drink, a tall cold drink of water for my buxom priest, and a whiskey for myself.
Thank you, darling. Or no, maybe I said, "Wow, thank you, darling." A child. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Had the friend that were.
And yeah, she sits down next to you and she hands you your glass of water. She takes a sip of her whiskey. She goes, "He's a strange fella. Doesn't seem to like Daphne much."
Oh, no, he don't. No, he don't.
But you do tell him everything, right?
Vested him on some business deals, and he's really raw about it now.
Yeah, I thought about making the fella unconscious and seeing what was in that briefcase, but I thought that might cause too much commotion, so I thought better of it.
Well, I think your instincts were right there, my dear.
Oh, so I should make him unconscious and see what's in that briefcase?
No. I think your instincts were right about not making him unconscious.
Oh, okay. See, I sometimes get confused when you speak because you're just so handsome.
It's not awkward at all. The train continues on.
A hooker and a priest sit down at a bar and talk about the dude that you read his mind. Yeah.
Let me see if Foundry ever loaded.
Just like real life.
I guess it did, maybe?
Sounds like you want a battle map.
No, I mean, yeah.
So I know that mechanically speaking, this is really stretching the rules here. But I have a second level spell that requires someone to make a con
You don't have
save.
second level spells, I don't think.
You don't have second level spells yet.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, just
Look,
kidding.
we're level 2. How?
Kidding. I don't know how I have. Oh, okay. I guess I don't have the spell then. All right, let's take that off
Yeah,
my
probably
sheet.
not.
I'm glad that I found that out now before I tried to actually use it.
Right. So,
Well,
Foundry loaded, yay.
While Asher's watching, he's pulling out his pistols and slinging them around, getting used to the weight of the new gun while watching
Nice.
everywhere at once.
I have an actual image. See if I can get. Aha. Yeah, I guess.
Be
so.
ready, Timberland. I feel like there's a battle map coming.
Wait,
As, you,
I just
as
feel
you're sitting there and fiddling with your guns, he's like playing with dice on the floor, just like picking them up and rolling them, picking them up and rolling them.
not even watching.
Not like he's just like
You can't even see out the windows. You're short and sitting down.
I'm sitting on a box, right? So I'm on a crate, but like sitting like Native American style. I don't know, with my legs crossed
Yeah,
or whatever, and just
yeah.
rolling dice in front of me.
That's funny. I don't need to show that, but so suddenly you hear a strange noise. Not strange, but you hear some type of noise from the engine room in the distance. It goes as you can feel the train start to slow down. You hear a Dwarven expletive, anyone who speaks Dwarven, come from the front of the train. Ulysses understands the Dwarven expletive that just happens from the front of the train. As you can all tell, the train is slowing down.
Look alive, folks.
Yeah, look alive. I'm going to step out and climb up the train and get a good look outside and see what's going on.
You look outside, and you seem to be in a somewhat more greeny area than normal, though nothing's too green out here. The train track itself is in a bit of a ditch, not a ditch, a
That's
valley.
not good.
Yeah,
Oh.
a not steep valley, a narrow valley that continues on, and you can see the train is just coming to a halt, not braking, just coming to a halt. In the front of the train, you actually see some steam come out, which is not normal because it's usually, these trains are closed loop systems. Looking around, you don't see much. Do a perception.
And I'm going to use a boon. Well, we'll see. I'll probably use a boon with it.
You're not going to have any for combat.
By this point, you would have had a short rest too, so you got all your
Okay.
things back.
Let's see. 15.
15. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one a minute. 15's pretty good. You look out, you realize that it's not necessarily a bad spot or anything like that it's not like a great spot for an ambush or something like that. But you do know there is some, based on the hill, how it's like a slight, almost foothill coming out from the train. The visibility is not as good as it could be.
Do I see any snipers up above us?
You do not, but 15 might be some movement in the distance. You're not sure.
Like when you say movement and distance, like what direction or how far away?
Straight north, like looking out. If you're perpendicular to the train, looking out. In the far distance, can't tell if it's heat waves or movement or something like that. It's pretty far.
I'll jump back down. Tell Timberland's like, we might have some trouble. I see some possible movement coming from the north. And a mighty lot of steam coming out of the engine that shouldn't be.
He just carefully puts his dice back into his little cup and just kind of slips it back into the pouch on his belt and just prepares himself, gets up, just does some unnecessarily sexual stretches, just really, really deep.
Did you say sexual stretches?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Really, really deep, hips wide open, really, really.
The shorts really start to come up.
This
crew's awful thirsty. Why don't you go tell them what I saw? I'll stay here with the guns ready. Pop up my guns.
Okay. So he hops down and I'll head to the other room. And you guys are all in the next card or the one after or whatever. I imagine nothing happens before I get there. And just inform.
Yeah. What is Asher doing in the meantime while he does that?
Have my guns ready, and I think I'll go back up top, lay flat though, and watch and see if anything comes closer.
Okay.
And
right,
I'll
cool.
just inform the trio that we're slowing down. So it looks like something's happening.
So it's been a day.
Right.
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
It's been not quite a day, but it's getting near
Less
the
than
end
a
of the
day trip, so we know that this is not where we're supposed to be stopping. Okay, got it.
No, definitely not. Do you know there are towns on the way, but it doesn't seem like that. Let me put you there. Okay. So let me go ahead and share, because Sharon is Karen. Oh wait, I can do this with, sorry. I can do it with this. Yes, okay. My amazing battle map. Not there's a battle, just so you can see what's going on. The
Who's
the
that guy
E
over?
stands for engine. The rest of you are pretty far up here, in one of the front trains, and two things happen at once. Timberland shows up. No, Timberland shows up as something to say as Colton comes the other direction, and he says to the four of you there, he says, "Damn engine, overheated. Looks like we might be here for a bit. Probably not too long, maybe 10 minutes. Should probably get ready for anything. I don't know. Maybe a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence."
We're stopped now.
Is it normal for the engine?
The train has completely stopped at this point. What's that?
She asked if it's normal for the engine to overheat.
It happens sometimes, I guess. It's happened. Oh, I've been on many trips. I've seen it happen maybe 5 times, something like that.
Daphne will pick up her martini glass and start walking back in the direction of the caboose.
Is it safe to assume I could jump from cart to cart from the top?
Yeah.
I'm going to climb up on top and just unshoulder my crossbow and just kind of head on its will.
Make sure you show off
Okay.
your abs first, though.
Yeah, before I start climbing, I'm just going to start stretching again. Just just really gratuitous.
As soon as he climbs up, I'm going to look at Daphne and be like, that furry little fucker's always showing off his abs.
Every
Hopefully it's
time
not
he
as- there we
spreads his
go.
legs, I can smell the musk.
Oh, no, that's why. And then I spray some perfume. I'm gonna need another.
What are the rest of you
whiskey.
doing?
I'm gonna need another whiskey. I'm gonna go over to the bar.
Okay.
Another whiskey.
You are in the bar section, so you can get it there. And then, what about
and then
Aloysius?
I'll start heading back towards. I'll follow Daphne back towards the back of the train.
All right, the rest of you are
where we
going to
left
start heading
Asher
back.
all by himself. He's just back there cleaning the new gun.
It is at this point. Let's see. You guys are here. You're just now proceeding in there, I guess. You're on top of the train, right?
Did you tell
Let's
them
go-
that I saw movement?
What's that?
Did Tim?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He said he told him.
Yep,
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Asher, do another perception check.
Yeah, 4.
Don't really see anything. Movement seems to have died down. As you all get further along, I want you to do one more perception check as they're moving.
Me?
Everybody?
Yep. No. Only the guy who's on top. Oh, I guess Timberland would get one too. Timberland, because you're on top at this point.
Okay. Actually, I wrote natural 19, so
You see all.
yeah, so 20, at least 21. Yeah.
All right. Did Timberland get anything above it? Okay. The Asher, you now see something strange in the distance. It's not civilized by any means. It looks to be, you think, wolves, but wolves aren't around here. And then you realize they have almost a blue tinge glow to these wolves that are coming. They're about 300 feet out at this point, as they're bounding towards the train.
Are they on all fours or?
Yeah, they're walking with a teacup in their.
I was trying to figure out it was werewolves or wolves. Yeah.
No. Actual wolves that are bounding towards you. And with that good of a roll, you notice they have like these pulsating blue gems sticking out of their hide in different places. You can see their mouth is unnaturally large for some reason. And they have eyes on the side of their head and one in the center.
All right. I'm going to just assume we have at least a general signal that if I pound the ceiling, you know that there's trouble coming or something. Unless I can say something to them.
Yeah. They are not this close yet, but they
Can we do Morse code? I'm like W.
yeah, 5 turns later. They are about 300 yards out. The rest of you will hear the pounding above that something's wrong at that point. And do you have anything that you want to do before they get closer?
I had a real shitty perception check, but safe to assume I can see the glowing wolves at this point.
How bad was your perception check?
7.
A 7. You would see them when they get about 150 feet out.
Yeah, I'll yell to him if he's close enough for me to hear me.
Or about 200 feet out.
Since he's up there.
He's on the other side of the train right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to. How far away are they? What's the distance there? Is it like 60 feet?
This
I don't know,
is
sorry,
not
the rest
to.
of the team.
Yeah, this is not to scale right. No, it actually is.
The
almost
rest of
to
the team,
scale.
not the wolves.
Oh, the rest of the team. About 75 feet.
Okay, so I can get there in one turn. Yeah, then I'm going to just crossbows out. When I can see the wolves, I'm going to just prep a shot when they come into, I think it's 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop and get both.
90 feet.
I'm gonna get both pistols ready, and it's 90/360. Does that mean max is 360, or is that?
You could shoot him now if you want to at disadvantage.
Before he does, as soon as I see him draw his pistols, I'm going to use my artist's favor, and say, "You shoot straight text, You're now quickened. You have 1 level of quickening, which means you can take weapon attack actions, a dash, a disengage, a guard, a help, a hide, a search, a study, a taunt, as if it was a bonus action instead of an action. So basically, you get another attack as a bonus action if you're not going to use your bonus action.
That's pretty cool. How long does it last?
Cool.
Until the end of my next turn, unless I continue to do it.
Nice.
Right?
And
I think that's how it works.
And what was
Yep, you got it right.
Yep.
my options? Just a normal attack too, or just has to be
You
disengaged?
can do a regular attack as a bonus action. Yep.
Okay.
But do you want to go and take a shot? They're 300 feet out at this point.
Yeah, I got 2 guns loaded, my 2 fighting weapons. I'm doing this because that makes total sense. It looks cool.
That's what you do.
No, I'm going to do is it equilibrium? Is that what it was? I'm going to do like a gun kata.
Some
This
John
is
Wick.
my elven gun kata methods. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to use two weapon fighting if I can, so I can try to shoot both.
Okay, sure. And once you start firing Timberland, you'll see what he's firing at.
I'm still going to wait till they get within range. And for what it's worth, since they're long range, you're firing with disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine. At least get the alert everybody. Maybe I'll hit. First one's going to miss for sure. Second one, let's see. So it's 19.
I don't have a super high AC.
Or
That'll hit.
19 because it's the second weapon. So
That'll definitely hit.
okay.
Let me go ahead and do.
Do I get any bonus to damage from Dex, or is it just straight at 1d8?
Did you? So you're using your bonus action to attack, since these are technically going to be both main hands, since you have that new bonus. So you do add your dex, since you're not 2-weapon fighting, even though you are thematically doing so.
Okay, cool.
Because you got that buff
From the artist. All right, cool.
Yep. How much is the total?
Total +3, so 8.
Did you add the +1 because it's magic weapon technically, since it's main hand?
Well, I'm assuming because it was the second weapon I fired.
Okay.
I mean, if I can choose my main magic one, sure. But
because of that
Technically,
buff,
you
you
can.
just fire your main hand twice instead.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. So
Make it
9.
9. The you fire at it and you see a piece of crystal off of the back of it, but it continues to run towards you. After that round, unless someone else is going to do something at that crazy long range, they're going to be 200 feet away next round.
Here's the gunshot from upstairs, from up above. Daphne goes, "Oh, well, something's happening." And she'll step out into the gap between the penultimate car and the caboose.
Okay.
And can she see what we're firing at?
Yeah. With the gunshot and stuff, you know where to look and things.
She'll tap her wrist to her hip, and the hand crossbow that she keeps there latches onto her wrist, flips around on top, and she also has a weapon with a long range of 360, so she'll take a shot.
Oh, nice. Disadvantage.
Yeah. 10.
10. I assume you're going to try to shoot the same one or something like that.
Yeah.
10 total would miss, though. Unfortunately, it shoots off to the side a bit. Anybody else want to do something this round as you hear the shots go off?
How
I'm gonna
far?
move.
Sorry, go ahead.
I moved 35 feet toward them, staying on top. How high off the ground am I right now?
This is about 15 feet up.
Okay. And just 35 feet straight toward him.
All right. You jump. You're in midair. That's fine.
It'll only be
you gotta do
46 fall damage for you. No.
Well, I'll bonus action dash, so let's make it 70 feet.
Another 35.
Yep. That's perfect right there.
Alrighty. Okay.
I look out when I look out the window. I don't think I can hit them with one of my darts. I only have a range of 120 feet.
But you can open one of the windows while you're at it if you want.
Okay. And then I will maintain the favor on our gunslinger, since he happens to be the one who can shoot at these things right now.
Yep. And then Ulysses want to do anything this round, or you don't got anything for something so far away?
I don't have any long range anything.
Yeah. Alrighty. Then we come to the next round. They're 200 feet. Anybody wants to take a shot can take a shot.
Or 2.
Or 2.
17 this time.
That definitely hits. I just remembered they had damage reduction because it's new rules.
I'm going to take a couple shots. Is it still a disadvantage at this range?
Is 200 feet within your first? I don't think it is, right? It's still in your second bound of the weapon.
Yeah.
Second range, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
disadvantage still. How much damage on Daphne from Daphne?
6 damage from me.
Nice.
Man, one of them's a natural 20, but it doesn't. Yeah, oh well.
Daphne, you do see it kind of grunt a little bit as it skids off to the side a little bit, but it continues forward.
Sounds good.
What did Asher get?
Well, I didn't hit with the first one because I rolled a 20 and a 2, so I had to take a 2.
No, probably not.
But the next one, I got 14 total.
That'll hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll. Remember, +1 damage.
8 points.
8. You fire at it, and you just see you see a little blood streak off its shoulder, but it's still bounding towards you. All right. Anybody else do anything this round? They're 200 feet out. Otherwise, they'll be 100 feet. I think Timberland said you're gonna go on this one.
No, I'm at 90 feet. So I'm going to ready. They're at 100 feet. I'm going to ready. So when they come within 90 feet, I will shoot at a different one than just to screw you up. A different one than the one that has been shot.
That's fine. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm also going to ready a shot with my, or actually a spell once they're within 120 feet.
Okay. They are within 120 feet.
Right. So I guess the one that's taken damage, I shoot him with a poisonous dart. He needs to make a DC 13 because of my Wither cast will save. So DC 13 will save.
Rolled an 11.
Okay, so it's going to take a D8 poison damage. Come on, get lucky. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And
Average
if
for
it
hit
is a
points?
humanoid or beast, it cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Oh, nice. Steve, does it do does damage reduction apply to poison? Probably not, right?
No, it applies to the armor damage reduction applies to attack rolls and then any damage dealt by weapon. So it would not in this case because he didn't make an attack.
It's a spell.
It was a save. Ah,
Well, no,
okay.
a spell could still be an attack roll.
Oh, I got you. It's a save.
It was a save.
Firebolt is an attack roll, which would apply
Cool.
to armor
Gotcha.
DR. This doesn't.
Good to know.
So if you're trying to hit them, basically.
And then
Yeah, exactly. If you're rolling to hit, armor DR applies.
So the
and as a
full-
bonus action,
no.
I'm maintaining the artist's favor.
Okay. You see that one start to slow down. You can see it shaking its head as it's still moving forward, but slowly. It looks pretty damn hurt. The who else wants to go at 100 feet?
Am I able to identify if these things are in fact beasts? Because that'll
Roll
impact what I
a-
do.
Roll and a sorry, I don't have the character sheet up. I was gonna look at the skills. I think it's roll a lore or nature.
Natural 20.
Ooh, you finally rolled something good.
Yeah, really matters, I'm sure.
They you imagine they probably are what can be considered beast. It's
Okay.
With a natural 20, what's the total?
22.
22. Add in a bit more because it's a crit. The in fact, you've barely heard of what these things are. You've heard that aether to some beasts are known to corrupt them over time, cause mutations and things like that. And that's probably what this is. You're actually a little surprised that you ever saw one of these in your life because they're that rare.
All right, lads, look alive. We have some aether-corrupted wolves, it looks like.
You also
Yes,
know,
I think that's a
because you
wolf.
got such a good roll, that they are like addicted to aether. They want to be around it. They want to get more of it. It's they're drawn to it.
Also, they're addicts. I'm going to hold my action until one of them gets within 15 feet.
15? Okay.
Yep.
What?
No, you who finish up, Colton? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think Colton was finished.
Oh, okay. What I wanted, because Timberland, he's going to wait till they get to like 90 feet or closer, correct?
Mhm.
For opening fire. I want to try and gauge that, and when just as Timberland looks like he's going to fire, I want to cast True Strike on him.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sounds good.
Advantage, I assume.
Yep.
It says roll a d4. Yeah, d4 is a boon die, and you add it to
Okay,
either
bonus
attack
die.
or damage, but you have to decide before you hit. It says the target
Before you
must
know if
make
you
this
hit.
choice before the GM says whether the attack hits or misses.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So it's kind of like guidance. The all right, so that happens. What about Asher? Are you gonna hold action or are you gonna fire now? Is 100 within your lower range?
90 is my lower range.
So you could either ready an action, which you'd only get one then, or you could shoot twice now with disadvantage, I suppose.
You could actually do both because it's two separate actions because of that buff.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So you could shoot once now with disadvantage and then ready a second attack when they come in 90.
Okay, let's do it.
You're basically using your bonus action, right, as a to fire.
exactly it.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice having the creator
14.
with us.
Yeah. No. 14 is a hit.
All right, cool.
Things have less AC in the system, which is kind of cool because they get
are.
armor reduction.
I got no, it's plus one in it. So 8 again. Yeah.
8 again. All right. Ooh. Sure you don't have 2 more?
Nope. Sure.
It's only surviving because of its damage reduction. You shoot it right in one of the eyeballs, but it veers off to the side as it just barely skitters out of the way, and you see it tumble onto the ground a bit, gets itself back up, and continues to run bound forward.
I think
Actually, I'll give it
a morale check.
Oh no, it wants that aether.
Okay.
Now that it's this close, you all can see that it is converging indeed on the back cart.
Well, I'm readying my second tag, so whenever, just let me know when I can.
Yeah. At that point, they will come in. Let me go ahead and move these guys. Now that we can actually use it tactically. So, first of all, what happens is 90 feet. Oh, right here. Wrong tool. Timberland, you can go ahead and take your shot at that one if you want. Well,
I'm going to roll the, even though I know this actually hits, I'm going to roll the d4.
Well, you can add the d4 to damage.
What? Yes, I know it hits. Timberland doesn't know it hits. So I'm just going to use the d4 because I would have. So it's a 17 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits. Yep. I forgot. I asked you about this before.
And 10 for damage.
If you guys die to these guys, keep in mind it's Steve's fault. 10 damage. Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Nice. You fire a crossbow bolt, I guess, and it
Crossbow bolt. Yep.
Yeah, thuds right into its chest, but not deep enough to get in anything too vital as it continues to bound forward. The other one, who's waiting? Who else is waiting? I think Daphne, you're waiting for 10 feet, you said?
15.
15 feet.
Yeah, I was waiting for
definitely
90.
get within that. Do you have a particular one? You want to shoot at the one that's almost dead, or you want to shoot at one of the other fresh ones?
Marks.
Are you asking me? I
was actually asking Daphne, but it Marks too, actually. Marks, actually, you're going to shoot before him, I forget. So you can go ahead and take your second shot now.
I think I'll just do a normal shot for right now. I do want to. I'm going to have to ask what crippling blow does. I might try that next, but.
Ooh.
Is that
Do
me?
you guys hear feedback?
That's
Is that just me?
yeah.
Yep.
I think it's me. That's weird. It's gone. Okay.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna take a shot.
Yep.
I think it still might have hit if I get my 15 with my bonuses. So
15.
Mhm. It's a hit.
Oh, he put crippling blow in our chat if you want to see it.
Oh,
But-
okay. Thank you.
15 will hit. And unless you roll a 2.
Well, I have modifiers that are higher than that, so it's got 9 total.
Okay, yeah. You fire at this thing, shoot it right in its center eye as you hear as it keels over to the side and bumps a few times and rolls and stops moving. You hear the other wolves howl as they continue forward. Oops, wrong one. Daphne, do you want to shoot the one that Timberland shot, or do you want to shoot a fresh one?
I'll shoot whichever one gets closest.
That would be this one.
Okay. So this system has a bunch of cool things that replace attacks that Steven mentioned earlier, other than push, grapple, etc. And I'm going to use blind, which is my deafness contesting their perception. And if I succeed, they're blinded until the end of my current turn. That's sad. I'll do it anyway, just in case anyone else can combo with it.
It's off your turn, so it's going to last until
You.
it's going to keep going. It basically just means if you do it on your turn, it's only for that turn.
Hey,
Oh,
Steve,
okay.
can you refresh? For some reason, your audio. It's probably StreamYard doing it.
Like just refresh the window.
Yeah, just refresh the window. But that would be a cool effect if he was a robot.
Yeah. That's a 20 on my deafness check.
The halfling's a robot.
It just sounds robotic still. Like, actually, I can.
You sound kind of like this.
Okay. Did you have a question for him? I forget.
How long the blindness lasts? He said if it's my turn, it lasts until the end of it. So I guess unclear how it works when we're in narrative initiative, doing things at the same
Oh yeah,
time.
initiative is starting next turn.
Okay.
I guess I could have had roll initiative.
Better now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
But it needs to make a perception check
Oh, perception check. Interesting.
to beat my 20.
10.
It's blind.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And Stephen, you were a robot at the time. How would you rule it interacting with turns right now?
It was my robotic answer. Okay, so it'll last until your next turn because it's designed to not carry on beyond your current turn if you do it on your turn. But since you're doing it outside your turn, it comes back around.
Oh, fair. I held my action. That's right.
Yep, exactly.
Got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a spell that requires concentration, and then the next round fire up a cantrip and fight with that cantrip?
Yep, you just can't have two spells that require concentration at the same time, or two effects, because concentration is more than just casting now, which also means you can't ready another spell if you're concentrating on something. But otherwise, yes, you're good to go.
Okay, in that case, then what I'd like to do is cast Bless. And Bless, I give 3 creatures within 30 feet of me a D4
Oh, nice.
that they can use to attack or saving throws. And that's concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay. Who are you gonna cast it on?
Well, I got 30 feet of range, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have to, the 2 ladies and three people. So
I'm up top. You probably can't see me.
Yeah, so the three people that are closest to me.
Ooh.
You could always hit yourself too.
Yeah, you could hit you could hit the ladies and yourself if you want. You can see all three of you.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Asher's on top of the train right now.
Oh,
So you could
okay.
either go out and up, right, and cast it on the two guys, or you can stay where you are and cast it on the two women.
I'll stay there. I'll stay there and cast it on the women.
Okay, and then you can get yourself too if you want. Then.
Yeah, and the next turn I'm going to fire up Lance of Faith. Conjures a golden light that I can use as a magical martial weapon, and that gives me reach, so I can actually hit targets 5 feet away, further than I normally would.
Oh wow. Cool. So those two are blessed. Nice. They come within range. Daphne, do your thing. Oh, you already did. Blinded. I think that's everyone.
Bless you, my
so
children.
does Lucy want to do anything now? They're as they were coming in.
Yeah, shoot with what's their range again? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna dart them again. They're all have any
you
of
could
them
have readied
dropped
an
yet?
action if you wanted to shoot them when they're like within 10 feet.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Sounds good.
Pow! These loud guns. 13 on the die plus my I didn't put this on the remote. Yeah. So 18.
You shooting the blind one or the Timberland one? Timberland one. The one that he shot.
The one that he shot.
Okay. 10. Wow.
No, the damage, it was 18 to hit, the damage is 4.
Oh, I can't. I have a hearing impediment.
You're good.
Yeah,
Attack rolls have advantage against the blinded one for as long
She
as
somehow managed to aim this thing, and when it goes off, she's like, "Oh, I hate these blasted things. They're so damn loud." She's like holding her ear.
And you just see like a little dart go and like kind of barely.
No,
poke
it's
in.
a revolver this time.
Oh, it's a revolver. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, you nick it, a glancing blow as it's
trying
coming
to
in.
Save some spell.
I think at this point we're going to roll initiative because it's out of kind of this narrative combat. Initiative in this system, Steve, is just dex bonus.
Same thing. Yep.
Yep.
At
Okay.
Raw, it's the same. Just marks. I think you have
Ooh.
advantage.
Yeah, I
got
get
good.
advantage.
They got good.
Greg took the initiative exploit as the part of the operative class, which lets me do one of two
Nice.
things. I could have advantage on initiative, which I'm not going to do.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to forego that advantage. I can't be surprised, but I don't think I am. And then after we roll in it, like basically right now, I can move half my movement or my whole movement.
Oh, you get a free move. Okay.
I get a free move because Daphne is not going to be where she is in the path between the addicts and the aether.
Oh yeah, you're the easiest to get right now.
Yeah, no, that's not
where are you
going
gonna
to
go?
stick around.
You can go on top, or you can.
Up to your speed. Yep, I'm just going to go straight up to stand on top of the caboose.
Okay.
Get up on that caboose, girl.
Natural.
Did I hit enter? Oh, I got that enter. All right, so you're up here.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Nice. So go, everyone roll initiative and just yell it out at me.
I got 17.
17 for Asher. 17. Asher.
15.
13 for Alulicious.
15.
Oh, 15?
Yep.
Same for me, 15. My dex bonus is 3.
Okay.
Mine is 2.
And what did Timberland?
9.
Or, sorry, plus 1.
Nine.
Oh, actually, no, my dex bonus is only plus 1, so that brings me to I'm 14. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. And then Daphne.
I got a 4. That's a natural 1.
Wow. Good thing you didn't use initiative. Yeah. At least you're not in the path of being bitten, right?
Yeah.
They got an 18. So The one that is blind is just going full sniff mode towards the aether. It goes up and it starts trying to climb around on the. I know it's blind. It probably. Let me give it a roll here. It jumps up towards the cart, hits it, and falls back down. This one is going to. It does this large leap. These wolves are like 7 feet tall when they're standing up straight, and it jumps up and lands on top of the cart right here. It sniffs aether there, and is going to attack you.
Oh, fancy gun.
This is. Where is this? Okay. Right. Does not get that. Does a 13 hit?
Who's
Aether?
attacking?
Aether?
Aether? Asher?
Mhm. Asher. Who's Aether? Asher.
It's like it's buying the Aether. I believe my AC is 13.
Meets it, beats it, right? So, right. Sorry, I'm getting used to. Ouch, this kind of hurt. It rolled a total of 5 damage as it bites at your leg, and it is going to try to pull your leg out from under you with its bonus action.
And Asher,
Sorry,
don't
you
forget-
have to roll. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the first damage we've taken, so just don't forget your armor DR.
Yeah, damage reduction.
It just negates down to whatever.
Yeah.
What do I have to roll to stop getting knocked down?
DC 13 strength save.
Strength save. Okay. 12 plus 15.
15. You are able to. It's still holding on to your leg, but you're not pulled over as it's trying to eat your leg. This other one is clearly on track to go for the one that shot it, as it jumps up here and attacks Timberland.
So I just see these things leap from like 60 feet away up on top of this thing.
You're looking out the window and you see it just leap over on top, and you hear the on top.
I'm really disappointed by this because I wanted to jump off on top of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ride
Yeah,
that
they
dog.
went first. That would have been fun.
You wrangling.
Now I want you to go first. The 14? It's 14 hit?
That misses. Yeah.
Mutated addict.
Oh, right.
Direwolf.
It grabs your leg,
Wow.
but your berserker self just kicks it off as it kind of yelps a bit. And that's it for its turn. Then we come to Asher. Jesus Christ, I still want to say Aether.
Aether's what we're trying to protect, right?
Right.
One, you've been losing names. Like
I know.
Aloysius was gone, and then you turned Daphne into Daphne.
Oh fuck. Have I ever told you I'm really good at names?
I'm waiting for Timberlake. Timberlake.
Stephine. Anyway, what is Timberlake doing? I mean, Asher doing.
Wow. Lucy, it's you and Timberlake.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah,
Get
you can
off
shoot
my
him.
dogs.
You will have disadvantage unless you have something that
Dang it.
prevents that.
I don't know. Is there?
It
I
is
think I have one.
actively holding onto your leg.
I think there might be one tactic I haven't taken. Is there a tactic that would provide that aid by
What
chance? For
Is there a close quarters
gunfighting?
tactic so you don't get disadvantage when shooting in melee?
You don't have it.
okay. All right, I'll take a disadvantage, I guess, then, and
Okay.
shoot it. Shoot it twice. I'm gonna try to do a crippling blow if I hit with any of it.
Do you still have your buff?
Oh yeah, I guess I do.
believe so.
Because you could bonus action disengage.
Oh, okay. Then I want to do that first.
This thing
Disengage.
is this thing is holding on to you and not allowing you to move away.
Yeah, I've just, as long as I can use my bonus action, which I have to maintain that buff, I'm going to keep that buff on you.
Okay. So my first shot missed for sure. And my second shot, I believe, did hit because the lowest I got is 15. So 15 plus 6, so 21.
21 definitely hits.
I'm gonna hit, and I'm gonna try to use that crippling blow ability, which I spend one of my superiority die to do a crippling blow, but I'm not sure what crippling actually does to it exactly.
I posted it. So just do your damage roll. Roll the d4 for extra damage, and we'll see if it doesn't die.
Okay, so
this one hasn't been hurt yet.
Okay.
All right, so and I have my dex score to this plus another 1, so 10, so 12 total.
12 barely hits. Or sorry, that's damage. Right? That hit. That definitely hurts it.
It deals 1 less damage now.
It does.
Oh,
okay,
I see that.
That's
okay,
what it does.
so I'll put a little... Nice. Was that both your actions?
Teeth out of it.
Yeah, you fire down at it and you line up right with its head, but then it jerks and your fire goes a little wide as you just shoot like the streak down its back, and you see aether shatter behind it.
All right, that's all I got.
Nice. Then we come to Lucy. You saw the wolves jump up on top of the cart as you're looking out the window.
Is there one still on the ground, or do they all jump up?
Yeah, there's one on the ground that's blind that looks like it just jumped right into the side of the train.
Okay.
And fell.
Asha, darling, are you okay up there? Do you need me to come up there and touch you? In other words, it makes you feel better when I touch you. So,
Healing, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just a scratch.
Okay. Then I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this blind one down here. I'm going to do...
Good advantage.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where I could do the most damage. I think it's still going to be my stinger. So DC 13 will save.
Will save. It rolled a 14.
Okay, so it made it. That's a bummer.
Is it a save and suck one?
Cantrip. Yeah, so nothing.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Save or suck.
Yeah.
That's fine. I thought that maybe they had a terrible will, but you just rolled well.
Yeah, I just rolled well.
Bonus action, maintain the buff. Movement. Do I want to move?
Yep. Yeah. The door right here does have a ladder out right outside of it if you wanted to go.
So I could basically climb up on the roof and make myself.
Yep.
Mutant, addicted, dire wolf bait if I wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is Aloysius? Is he still in the cabin with me?
He's in the same cabin behind you there.
Okay.
Yep.
Aloysius, I don't know if I should climb up there and help them fellas out. You think they can handle this?
Well, my child, I think they can.
All right, I'll stay put. I'm gonna come over here. Actually, I'm gonna go over by the door where Daphne is, so I have line of sight on Daphne.
Okay.
Assuming Daphne's in the other car.
I'm
Right.
on top of the other car.
Oh, you're on top
She's
of the
on
other car.
top, but if you look out
at the edge, so
look
if
up,
you're
I can
looking
see
that
out,
she's up there.
you can see Daphne.
She's
Oh,
edging.
there you are. There you are, darling.
She's
How you
edging,
feeling?
correct.
Do you need me to touch you?
No, I'm fine, Lucy.
All right. You just let me know if you need me to reach out and touch somebody, okay?
I will.
Then we come to Aloysius. Now you got me conscious of it.
Okay. So I think by this round now I can produce my Lance of Faith. So now I'm assuming I can't get at the one on the roof that's going after Timbaland, correct?
You could climb up and get there if you want. You have enough movement to do that.
Well, okay, now the one that's outside, has that done anything yet?
Oh, you mean the one by Timbaland? Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, probably not
I'm
that
sorry.
one.
No, I made a mistake. No, I was thinking
You
the
meant
one
Asher?
by Asher, the one
Yeah,
right
yeah.
above.
You,
But what
you
about
can
the
do it
one
there,
that's
Mhm.
what about the one that's
Outside.
right out there? That's outside.
You could also just walk up right up to that one if you want.
And it is
I ain't
fine.
walking right up to it, but since I have reach with this Lance, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack from a good distance.
Poke it through the window. Poke it through the door.
Perhaps.
So does the lance
perhaps.
just count as a weapon? Is that the way that lance spell works?
I'm pretty sure it's just a lance. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll your attack. You get advantage because it's blind and prone.
And you have.
Oh, and it's not
D4
dead
plus
yet?
die.
It hasn't been hurt, actually.
It's just blind and prone.
It's taken like a little bit of damage from hitting the side of the train car on its own, but
Where's my?
I don't think Daphne does damage with the blind thing, right? Daphne.
Nope.
does-
No, Daphne, you're right.
Oh,
No,
it is
he's
that.
intentionally saying it wrong now. He's being
No,
that
I'm
guy.
not.
Okay, well, here we
yeah.
go.
The advantage doesn't stack or anything like that, right, Steve? It's still just
Correct. Yeah. I mean, there's a variant rule that you could let it stack if you wanted to, and you could roll 2 extra dice and 3 extra dice. But
Can we do that?
yeah, if you wanted.
Let's
can
do
do
that. So you roll another dice.
Oh, okay, I've already rolled 2.
Yeah,
Roll
roll
4
one more. Because it's blind and prone.
Okay, well, I'll take out the.
Do you have three d20s?
No, I'll just roll. I just roll the lower of the other. Okay, well, okay, so that would be a total of 19.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Do you have the damage of the lance?
Where'd it go? There it is. It is 2d4.
Oh. Slightly better indeed.
Come on, you. Come on, you.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to honk like that.
6.
6 is pretty good. That's the blind one. You lean out of the train car and what does your lance look like, by the way?
It just says it's a lance made of golden light. So I've got this, glowing, solidified energy in my hands, and I'm just.
You just start stabbing down at the thing, and it's tougher than it looks. But you heard it. Then we come to, unless you have a bonus action you want to do. No, that probably was a bonus action, wasn't it?
No, this is. Oh yeah, well actually a casting time 1 bonus action. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you did bonus and then attacked with it. Yeah, so Timberland.
Okay, the one that's up there with me is injured, right? That's the one that I shot.
Yep, you shot it.
Then I'm going to just drop my crossbow. I'm going to draw my battle axe and reckless attack it.
That's what you
Probably
do.
ought to roll with my dice, right?
Okay.
17.
Hits.
Oh shit! What's the damage? Is it D10 or D12?
A battle axe is probably D10 if you're using 2 hands.
I used a bigger. I made my own. It's better.
Oh, okay.
Nope, that's not me.
Is it like a great axe?
Kind of. It's 2d6.
Ah, longsword wise. All right, great sword.
8.
8 with your bonuses. Okay.
Yeah, 8 all told. I didn't rage, so it's just.
Okay.
4.
Sure enough, slashing right through this thing, you see pieces of aether shatter off of it. You see blood dripping down from it. It's still up, and it's looking hungry at you.
Okay. That's fine. I'm good. I'll just stay right here. And
You gonna stay there?
Yep.
Then we come to the other L. Why did I put L? That's not L, that's D. I don't know what name I was thinking of there. Daphne.
So the giant wolf leaps on top of the train, grabs Asher by the leg, and starts tearing into him. And Daphne just goes, "You've got it, Buttons. Good job. Keep it up." And she'll.
That's the name of the direwolf?
No.
Yeah, it's Asher. I guess.
And then she'll look over the edge and take a shot at the blind one.
Oh, okie dokie. Technically, it's prone, which means advantage, but it's blind, so advantage. So normal.
Don't forget, you get a D4
and a D4.
I rolled with advantage before you said any of that because I forgot about the prone thing. However, not only are both of the dice natural 20s, the D4 is also a 4.
Whoa! What the hell? That's crazy. Yeah, that hits.
All the
No, that
things.
misses.
Steven, are crit rules normal, double the dice, not the modifier? All right, normal, I guess.
So the core rule is the same. You roll the dice twice, add your modifier once. However, cruel crits is my favorite, and you just max the first set and then roll the second set.
I like
Got
that.
it.
That's Shadow Dark's way of doing it too.
Yeah.
So cruel crits, and it's brutal at first level. Second level, it's okay, but it's brutal
Yeah.
at low level.
I bet. So
up to you.
max damage plus the roll.
Yep.
So that's 17 damage.
17. Wow.
Wow.
It looks really hurt. You shoot down at it and it goes right through the top of its nozzle, and a piece of it just comes off, and it's bleeding out there as it's kind of struggling with whatever the hell you just did to it. Looking up at you, snarling, looking your direction, even though it doesn't see you.
Do either of the rules people know offhand, is the hand crossbow something that you can 2-weapon fight with if I wanted to do a bonus action with my throwing dagger?
It's one-handed, so I don't see. It's one-handed and light, right? So I think you can.
Yeah.
I think that's correct. I have it up right now. Sorry. I'm
Okay.
Hand crossbow. Hand crossbow in this does not have the quick property. That's why it does 1d8 damage.
Okay, that's totally fine. I will let
Okay.
someone else finish it off then. And is there anything on the top of the string car, like variance in the structure or a smokestack or something that one could hide behind?
There's no smokestack. Roll a fate roll. Do a d20 real quick. If you roll over 15, I would say there might be something because it's not very likely.
18.
18. Yeah, sure enough, there's some type of weird pillar structure on top of this thing. Who knows what goes through that thing?
Yeah, you
But you
gotta
can get behind it.
do ventilation in an enclosed string car.
There you
I'm
go.
going to
Some
bonus
type of
action
ventilation.
hide.
Hey. You do such. Oh, go ahead and roll it. Actually, stealth.
That is 14.
14. That's gonna work. Not that I'm supposed to tell you, but that beats our passive. Then we get to the wolves. One on Marks is gonna continue on Asher.
Nom nom.
15 hit.
Yep.
That is 9. No. Can I count? I don't know if I can count. No, I can't count. It is 10 damage coming at you, piercing damage. They rolled well. As it's starting to shake a bit and it tries to knock you over again. Roll a strength save.
Um, 12.
12 is. Did you add? Do you get a D? You don't. You're not blessed, right? 12 is not enough. You're one away. You are knocked prone.
No.
No, though I don't know if it matters too much because his friend isn't there. I'm gonna find prone. Forget it. I'll just do whatever that is.
Can I still
Oh,
shoot from the
maybe-
ground?
Sure.
Shoot between my legs?
And it's still holding onto your leg, trying to like pull you a bit.
Lucy, Asher's on the ground.
The other one's going to attack Timberland, which.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I'll be up there in a minute.
Advantage.
Just get him up.
Oh, that's right. I did have advantage.
You're so good at getting.
I rolled with advantage at first. I rolled 2 18s. 23.
Yep.
You're not raging, right?
Correct.
6.
And I have
9,
no damage reduction.
9 damage against Timberland
Nice.
as it grabs at your leg and starts shaking. You can feel a bit of blood coming out, but roll a.
You should get at least one damage reduction from all your hair, I think.
This
Roll
is
a
reflex,
strength
right?
save.
Or is it strength?
Strength save. Sorry. Ooh.
or is it choice?
What would be the equivalent of strength save be in?
It'd be strength fortitude, so it's still a strength. It's a fortitude saving throw that requires you to use strength, which is
That's
good for me because that's my best.
Fort save.
And 16, 14.
Still is enough. as it still grabbed on you just because it hit with its attack, but it wasn't able to trip you or anything like that.
Oh, the wolf on the ground isn't blind anymore, just so you know. I forgot to say that on my turn.
Okay. It will stand up.
The wolf that just attacked me, when you count that damage, did you count the cripple -1 wolf damage?
I did not. Good call. So -1 for what I said.
Okay.
This one stands up for half its movement. Still has a lot. It's gonna jump over here. And
Something jumping. So much jumping.
I know. Are these kangaroos or wolves? I don't know.
Right?
Let me think. I'm gonna give it a chance to go after Alulicious, actually. Under 10. It did go under 10. It's gonna go after Alulicious as it attacks him. A 22, I'm guessing hits.
Yeah.
8 damage to Alulicious. And with its bonus action, is going to start pulling your leg as it bites on. So do a fort save
With a D4.
with a D4, which is going to be whatever is better between your strength save or your. What was the other one?
So it would normally
Will?
be strength or con, but this is I
Con,
think
that's
a fixed strength saving throw. So it's still fortitude if you're proficient, which you're not. I don't think you are. But so you have to use strength.
Okay, so yeah, strength.
No.
Cool. You can do that.
Yep.
3.
It pulls you out from under your feet. As you fall over. Where's the friggin' thing? Let's do that. I don't know. I can't find it. I hate the statuses on Foundry. Cool. That's it for them. We come to Asher. You have a wolf on you. It's practically on top of you, pulling your leg right now as you're on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna use those pistols on it. Bum. You know, so I got that thing that's giving me a bonus action, or use another attack on a bonus action. But I with my 2 fighting, I took the 2 fighting practice, and then I took a dabble, and I used the 2 fighting to stack it to give me a reaction move. Does that mean do I get an extra attack then? Or no?
You can, but you can't use your revolver because the
Can't do it?
revolver doesn't have the quick property, so you can't use it for killing. You can't. Yeah, so you could use. I assume you have 2 smaller pistols, 2 quick pistols.
Yeah.
So you could attack 3 times with those. Yes, using your action, bonus action, and reaction.
But he could. One of his pistols is still the quick one, right? Or do they both need to be quick to do 2 weapon fighting?
Both of them need to be. So,
Okay.
but I guess you could do your action with your revolver and then drop it, and then object interaction to draw your other pistol, and then bonus action pistol, and then reaction 2 weapon fight.
You can do that if you want.
You can do all those words.
Yeah. So if you want to shoot, drop, pull out your other one, shoot again with bonus action. Yeah, you can do it.
That'll allow me to get 3 attacks, but
Correct.
2 of them is my non-magical kind, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
correct.
matter which one.
That's what it means. Yeah.
Let's try that.
So you just start shooting like crazy with different as you're juggling pistols.
Yeah, I just throw it up in the air and pull the other one, shoot, and then I'll grab it when it comes back down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're all at disadvantage because you're prone.
All right.
And he's within 5 feet, so if we're playing compound advantage, now it's compound
no.
disadvantage.
Oh no!
We done with that rule?
Don't like
No.
that version of the rule.
Yeah.
But
Does prone apply disadvantage on ranged attacks?
I think
Or is
it's
it-
only melee attacks, right?
Yeah, I think it is actually only. I'll look it up.
So
Yeah,
it's
so it's just
only
one set of
the-
disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, snipers when they lay would get
Yeah,
disadvantage.
because I feel like I'm laying down and I point at you. I don't
Yeah.
really feel like that's that big of a disadvantage.
You still have disadvantage on range attack rolls because they're within 30 feet.
I need to get.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah, that's how it works for us. That might not be how it is in traditional 5e.
is there?
So what is
can I-
that? If you're too close with a pistol or something, is that what it is?
So if you have disadvantage on range attack rolls against targets within 30 feet, the idea is that if you're like a sniper, you can lay down and shoot effectively, but if they get too close, you can't. right? That's like the very simple.
Double disadvantage.
Yeah, so if you want to go double disadvantage, this is how it works. The double-edged sword.
Well, I have a knife on me too. Maybe I should draw a pistol, use knife. I don't know.
That would only be one disadvantage instead of two.
So you could shoot with a pistol, drop it, pull out a knife, stab it, and then shoot it with your offhand pistol again.
You can do that. Those are all true things. Or you could drop your pistol and then do just your action and your bonus action with the dagger.
Oh yeah,
one disadvantage
and reaction.
Still 2 up and fight on your reaction.
Yeah.
If you want.
So yeah, you can get 2 attacks with the dagger and 1 attack with the light pistol.
I think that's what I'll do because I think it's worth the less. Only 1 disadvantage versus 2, right?
I like how right now your character's just like switching between weapons, like if it was like a video game and your paw is like in Skyrim.
Yep.
Hey, this might hit. The lowest I got was a 10, so that would be 10 plus 6.
That hits.
Yeah, so I hit with the pistol. All right.
Are you doing the pistol first?
Yeah, I was doing the pistol first.
Okay.
Because that also gave me the +1. All right. Let's see what I got. So 3 plus my dex is 3 and plus the 1, so 7.
7 damage.
Then,
nice.
And then I'll try the knife with 1 less disadvantage.
Yep.
Double attack. No. And no.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were 4 and 1 was my lowest rolls, so I assume not. It would be
No.
because at the highest would have been 4. So it would have been well, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't. No, I don't know. So 1 was a 4.
No.
Yeah, I get +5 or +6 to
No.
hit. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty.
It was worth a shot.
You shoot it once with your pistol, as it nicks its side, doing some amount of damage, but then you start stabby, and shoot once with the offhand, I guess, too. And all of them miss. Bullets are going everywhere. As we come to Lucy. Lucy Goosey. You hear a lot of commotion up top.
Daphne, does he still need me to come up there and touch him?
Oh, he really does, sweetheart.
All right, I'm going to climb up there.
All right, there is a ladder right here between the cars, so you climb up there and you realize, you're in melee with this thing, but you are also next to him.
Okay. I'm going to stimulate him.
Which
You
one?
can-
The
It's-
bestiality or
Wolf?
the man?
It's a spell that's called Stimulate. Okay, let's not get excited. It's a touch spell. You can choose to either gain 2d4 hit points, temporary hit points, or if you have exhaustion, I can reduce your exhaustion level by 1. I'm assuming you'll take the temporary hit points.
Yep.
All right, would you like to roll them, or
Temporary
would
hit
you
points?
like me to roll them?
You go ahead and roll.
All right.
Temporary hit points are better than normal hit points.
All right.
Depends.
I rolled 2 4s. I'm not shitting you.
Wow. That's nice. Got an 8 temporary hit points.
All right. I think that actually puts it. Well, does it go over my max
Don't you
temporarily?
laugh the way I
Temporary
take
hit points are like a separate bubble that gets
Yeah.
touched first.
They actually don't restore your normal hit points. They're a completely separate set of hit points that get ticked away first.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And of
I'll-
course, she
I'll
just
put
has
that
to. See, don't it make you feel so good when I come up here and stimulate you, hon? As a
Roll for
bo-
boner. No.
as a. I was just gonna say as a boner action. Bonus action. Sorry.
My ears are very pointed right now.
What? This is how elves work. Wow, I never knew.
What's wrong with us? Why are we so male?
Says the person who made a companion. Anyways, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just questioning my life decisions. I don't have any. Well, okay, as a bonus action, but it's only.
Are you maintaining the bonus action on?
Yes, I'm
on
gonna maintain.
Asher?
I'm gonna maintain the bonus action.
Okay.
On, the bonus action on Asher.
Then we come to Alulicious. This wolf got up, shook its head a bit, and started to attack you. It's now grabbing onto your leg. Oh, and you're prone. I forgot. It's looming over you as it's trying to pull you a bit.
I didn't know Aloysius
Okay.
got pulled out the window.
Yeah, he leaned out the door to stab it.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to cast Fist of God and
That sounds
smack
intimidating.
this thing. Oop, hold on. What?
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to smack this thing, so I just do my attack. If I hit,
Good things happen.
I don't know if you're at a disadvantage because you're prone, but you have the D4 from Bless.
well, thank you. So that makes a total of, after all bonuses are said and done, a total of 24.
24. Is this just a spell attack, I'm guessing? Then
Make a melee spell attack. So yeah.
melee spell attack. You would have disadvantage on it technically because you are prone.
Oh, so I should roll again then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 then still after all.
Oh wow. Yeah, it definitely hits. What's the
Okay,
spell do?
So I need 2
Fist of God.
3d8 bludgeoning damage, and then a condition if it's not dead.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
where are my D8s at?
Probably you're gonna take it out. Unless you roll really bad.
So that's 15.
15. Wow. Do you want to describe what happens as you obliterate it?
That is a lot of damage. Nice.
Well, it says my fist glows with sacred light, so my hand just starts glowing, and I whack this thing right across the snout, and there's a thunderous crack as its head just sort of explodes, sending blood and bits of wolf fur and flesh everywhere.
Was that the legendary Will Smith slap?
Aloysius just smacked the shit out of me, is what the wolf says.
Oh, Lucy, I meant to tell you that Aloysius was down, but he's fine now.
Yeah,
This is Lucy's name out of your mouth.
That's so funny.
Wow.
That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah, Daphne, you just see bits of wolf teeth and fur go across between the two cards. That was a good turn. I guess you want to stand up, huh?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You still have half your movement at 15 feet if you want to do something else, move somewhere or anything.
Well, I suppose. Yeah. Can I get up on top there?
Yep.
Is that wolf alive?
This guy is.
Okay.
All right, D. Nice turn. T. Timberland.
All right. I'm gonna just recklessly attack this guy again since he's basically dead, and because he did damage to me, I add my strength mod twice. So 23 to hit.
that
He's very dead,
misses
right?
not-
It's mid-9.
It depends how much damage you do.
11.
11. He is barely. Yep. What do you do to him?
Is he dead? I'm gonna bring him in across the side, and like his mouth is open. It's gonna come in his mouth as if he were biting down on it, and I just want to try to split that skull.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works just as you say. As you put your fist in there and you get a grip with your other hand and you just pull it apart into two
Oh, I'm
pieces.
using the battle axe. I am chopping.
Oh, you mean the battle axe?
through the mouth?
Yeah.
Just
It goes
give him a
right
nice
through its
little
head,
save.
splitting it. Yep. You imagine it went right through its brain from its mouth. Everyone gets to see pieces of wolf teeth and fur hit over on the other cart.
And I'm gonna try to kick that body off. Just kick that body a little bit.
Yeah. You do so.
And then I'm good.
So when Proof Rock gets up there, just suddenly splattered in the face with.
Yeah. As Aloysius goes up there, you just on the bottom of your robe, you see pieces of wolf hit it. I imagine Timberland's also kind of covered in it too, just from doing that. But
Deliberately. Like it's
Yeah.
like there was plenty of opportunity to not get caught in it, but as I said before, bathe in blood.
Perfect. Then we come to Daphne. Time to see if this last poor wolf gets a turn.
Lucy, I thought there was a weapon hidden in his pants, but I think he's just happy to see you.
Who?
And then I will fire my hand crossbow at the remaining wolf. I'm
Okie dokie.
hidden despite all of the banter that I've been role-playing.
Yeah, you're actually a little bit further away too, because you had to move to hide behind whatever it was. But yeah,
All right.
advantage because he did not see you.
That's 21 to hit.
That hits. Probably not going to kill it.
Max damage for 11.
11 reduced to 9. It's really close, but you fire and it gets it right into its skull, but it veers at the last moment and you see it shake and shudder a bit, but it's still up, running on adrenaline.
Don't have much I can do with my bonus action, I don't think, to try and deal damage or shove it or anything, so...
Well, you can hide again. Probably don't need to.
Yeah. I'll bonus action disengage just to avoid getting an opportunity attack, but I'll drop down between the two carriages and put my ear up to the door into the caboose just to make sure that I'll still copacetic in there.
All right, roll perception.
There it is. I'm good in combat, apparently. 5.
Seems fine. Don't hear anything particularly.
Great.
It's almost weird that you don't hear something. Then we come to the wolf, as it's going to take its last munch on Asher.
Likes to taste
You
of
are
elf.
still prone. What's that?
Likes to taste of elf, apparently.
Yep. You're still prone. I don't think it gets any other advantage. Oh, wow, that's terrible. But it might still hit 13.
That's my AC, so yeah.
Barely hit, doing, oh my god, that's a 10 on the die, so 13 damage coming in, reduced by your armor.
And -1.
And reduce one more, right, so it's 12 damage coming in, then reduced by a damage reduction of 2, I think.
So 8. So there's my 10 hit points gone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so much, oh, never mind. It's gone.
Yeah, Lucy starts like rubbing you or something, and then the wolf just comes in there and she's like, eh. But it's gonna roll it really wants that flesh.
What's it
Speaking
roll?
of flesh, Aether. It was rolling a morale roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, me? Okay.
Asher,
you mean.
Fuck.
All right. So I'm gonna try the double attack thing, whatever.
Yeah. Well, what you have you're just gonna double attack with your dagger. I mean your knife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 14. Does that hit?
Yep.
And I'll just go ahead and roll for the second one just in case.
Yeah, why not?
It's pretty decent. So 17.
17 also says you want to roll triple disadvantage with your pistol in your offhand too.
If you'll let me, sure. I will.
Sure, why not?
I highly doubt. Well, I got 16 to 17. Let's see what the third roll is. Third roll is a 17. Oh my gosh. Yes. So.
Wow. They all hit. You kill it. So go ahead. It had 6 hit points left. Go ahead and describe what happens.
I'm just like, you damn wolf. I stab it and I go, quit biting me. Shoot it again. And I go, and then I swing up the other again and go back to hell. When I blow its head.
Jesus. Brain matter goes out the back of it, of what little brain it had. Daphne, roll a reflex save.
I was about to say, Daphne sidesteps the red shower.
We'll see.
I'm still blessed. It bumped out of my box to a nat 20, but my rule is that if it's out of the box, it doesn't count, so I put it back in the
Aw.
box. 10.
10 was actually what I was looking for. As it
Okay.
comes down, a little tooth hits you and a little bit gets on you, but it's nothing that bad as you move out of the way. As this thing is gonzo. And just with that, you hear more cursed Dwarven cursing from the front. You hear something like akin to someone hitting something with metal on metal. And then you suddenly hear as the train starts to move again. Does anyone want to do anything before it gets full swing? We're out of combat.
Maybe we should knock and just check and make sure they're good in there.
They do have aether on them, actually. Weirdly enough.
Oh, I'll take some of that.
The wolves do?
Yeah. Anybody who wants to try to scavenge what they can from these wolves before the train moves off, go ahead and roll and either nature or investigation. I don't really care which one.
There's actually a tool for it too. I don't know if anybody has it.
Is it like a skinning tool or something?
Could survival work?
Survival, I would say, works too.
Hunting.
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
Oh, yeah, hunting tool.
Yep. And by that I mean +2.
Who rolled something? I heard a dice.
Me and
I rolled.
Okay, Timberland first.
No, I rolled a 9.
9. You don't get 9. You get for a 9, probably like 30 silvers worth of aether. Not much.
Okay.
I have expertise in survival. I got an 18.
18. Wow, that's much better. You find some really good chunks from that survive these wolves, and you get like 200 silvers worth of aether on them. Who else rolled?
I rolled, but I only got a 4.
You find a really nice piece of aether, but after everything's said and done, the train's moved off. You realize, oh, this one had glass on it. What the fuck? And then Daphne
Knocks on the door. Grum, everything good in there?
Oh, I'm so used to Mark's playing a character that sounds like
Just
Grom.
me being Grom.
Yeah, he played a character named Grom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. That's probably where I got the name from. You hear a knock back and says, "Yeah, it's fine.
Good, just
Everything
checking.
fine out there."
Well, there were addict, ravenous wolves. We took care of them.
Aether wolves. Aether infected
yes, is that what they're
wolves.
called? Yes. You missed the whole thing. We're moving again.
He will quickly get out and climb onto the ladder and take a look as it's moving away. And
Good. I'll stand guard in the aether room.
what's that?
I'll stand guard in the aether room.
All right, you head into the aether. I'm gonna give him disadvantage to notice because he's. Oh yeah, he doesn't notice at all that you went in there. And he looks out and he starts speaking, thinking you're there still. But others can hear too, and he says, "Damn, that's rare. I'm gonna have to report this to the consortium." What do you do in the aether room? Or sorry, in the aether room, yeah.
Yeah. Anything different?
Not really. You see his case is open still on the ground where he left it before. The jetpack off on the side, but everything seems
Look
the same
around.
otherwise.
See if there's anything useful knowledge-wise to have in my head, and then be
Do you
somewhere...
want to look in his bag? I guess is the question.
With my eyes, not my hands.
Okay.
So if I don't get anything, that's fine.
Let me look to see what you would see with your eyes. Oh, I collapsed it. That's why I didn't see it. With your eyes, you'll see a pair of goggles in there that seem to have this little glowing tinge to them a bit. You'll see, you wouldn't see that. You would see what looks to be like this strange cloak, but with like woven metal through it and stuff, just kind of folded up, some type of cloth. I guess you wouldn't know it was a cloak, but some type of cloth. You see the grenades, obviously, the mechanical arm. You would also see a fate roll. You'd also see a watch, a pocket watch.
Stands there with her hands in her pockets until whenever he comes back.
Yeah, he'll come back in eventually and say, "Now,
No,
what
well,
are you?"
As
Go
he's coming back from the wolves, you know Lucy has to try to distract him and divert him.
Okay, let me turn
by
off
Daphne's
this real quick.
time, just in case Daphne, is in there with sticky fingers. I don't know.
Hypothetically,
Yeah, just saying, maybe.
Okay.
So as he's heading back, Lucy will walk over and she'll say, "Oh my, that was something. My friend up there, he was in bad shape. If it wasn't for that gun you gave us, we would have been in real trouble. You saved our lives. You're my hero."
you roll a performance.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
You gave that gun to someone else?
Yeah, I don't know how to use those blasphemous fangled
You
things that make
point
all
it,
that
then you
noise.
pull the trigger. There's not much to it.
Yeah, but they're just so loud and cumbersome.
Who did you
so
give it to?
Well,
Who did you give it to?
he's gonna give it back. I promise. It's just he's
I
much
want
better.
it back now.
Oh my! He's up on the roof. If you must, go get it.
He'll climb up and be like,
I
you
turn
the one
around
with
and
it?
I look
As
at Daphne and I wink and I nod like he's gonna be gone for a minute.
he gets up there and points at Timberland across the way. You got the gun.
Not gonna say anything. Just hands up.
What the hell are you wielding?
Me?
Oh,
Giant
yeah.
battle axe. It's still in my hand,
Axe when you got a gun.
and I'm just gonna kind of cautiously point at. Asher's still up here, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of cautiously point at Asher, who has 45 guns.
You're just like laying about him.
Daggers everywhere. It's like the guy from Boondock Saints.
He looks
One
at
guy
the
with 6 guns.
he looks at the floor of the roof and goes, "You put that on the ground, that could fall off, son. Give that gun back to me." Actually, he'll go up there and grab it unless you stop him.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna grab it, swing it around a little bit, and then toss it to him.
You do the Doc Holliday thing. Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah.
Do a performance.
Oh,
You can do proficiency with this performance only because it's gunslinging stuff.
okay. So proficiency. So 13.
13. No need to show off. Give that to me. As he'll take it back. Does Daphne do anything in this time?
It's too bad it's only a one shot, so I'm going to be boring. No, when
No,
he comes back,
It's a one
It's a
shot. So
two-shot.
do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's a 2-shot.
It's a 2-shot.
oh, excellent! I am going to continue with this then.
Go
No,
ahead.
she's not going to do anything this time.
Oh, okay.
When he comes back, there's like an aether chest or container in the center of the room, right? And then his
Yes.
bag and the jetpack and all of that. Yeah, so she's just sort of near the chest, hands in her pockets, leaning back a little bit, casual stance.
What are you doing in here?
I'm looking after the cargo. You left.
True.
Taps
All
her. I picture her in like wedge heels. Taps the toe of her foot against her bag. Nice equipment you've got.
Yeah.
That gun of yours really saved the day. And as she is now beginning to walk toward the door and passes him, she pauses to look down and say, "Now, Lucy's the youngest of us, and I try and keep an eye out for her. She's very sweet. She's quite taken with you."
Roll a persuasion. I would say it's a compound of. Well, you did get a natural 1 though. Add +2.
Okay.
Somewhere in between. Natural 1.
Not that bad. And I'm proficient in persuasion. Yeah.
Technically, you still get a D4. Or no, bless
go
doesn't
on
affect
ability
skills.
checks.
Never mind. Unless it does in this system. But
8.
no. 8. Well, I'm glad it helped out. But I got it from here.
All right, Grum. And I'll leave it. That was my little foray into making him lower his guard and trust us more and like us more. And
to be fair,
Got him.
it did a little. You can tell.
Okay.
It wasn't enough to give back the gun.
I wasn't trying to get back the gun, but maybe give Lucy the opportunity to take him away for more than 5 minutes in the future.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, we'll have to wait till next time to see if that happens, as no bandits have attacked yet. That's good. As the train starts heading off again, an entire day will go by, so anyone can get a long rest or anything like that. And Steve, we talked about it before. Do you go ahead?
I was going to say, who else took damage besides me?
Asher.
Yeah, I did.
And Timberland. That's right. Timberland got hit too.
I do have second wind I can use to heal myself too. So
You're gonna have a long rest anyway.
Well,
okay.
But
All I got is 10 hit points. I thought the priest was going to have some healing.
well, of course I do.
yeah. We'll assume that you actually did heal people up just in case to some
Okay.
degree.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. You go over and say the power of Christ compels you as you bring the cross down on them. The book on you. But the
smack. Heal.
my favorite YouTube video is the one where they're doing that and the dog going, oh, and she's just doing the power of Christ compels you. Anyway, you haven't seen it? I'll have to find it. It's an old video. Internet lore. The Steve, we talked about if we want to actually go to level 3, or do we not want to do that yet? Because there's a lot.
I was just going to say, we leveled to 3, right?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys, man. So level 3 is subclasses across the board, which means it's going to be an additional feature from your class and then 2 features from your subclass. So and then for casters, definitely Chaz, probably Pat, level 2 spells. For me, it's not significant. I chose an easy class. I think it's probably nothing big for Asher.
They might get more strategies. Or not strategies.
Not at 3rd level. No, not until 5th for most classes. So it's going to be subclass. So if you guys want to do that, it is more to learn. It lets you narrow your class into direction. It's up to you.
I think
we don't have to decide today. I think we can probably talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have to decide today. And we can talk about it after. So don't need to do it live. I think we're good, Marks, if you want to take us out until next time.
All right. Well, that was Unbound Realms. And hope you guys enjoyed watching that. And of course, there's a Kickstarter coming out soon, if not already out, depending on when we air this. I'll put a link to it in the description of the show notes. And until next time, we'll be doing a part 2 of Unbound Realms. So until next time, bye.
Bye.
Go out about.
Good night, folks.
When the dice roll high, we touch the sky. But when they crash, it's a belly laugh. GenrePlay lighting the way. Our tales are